grants each and every one of you a hero point for the battles to come. So thank you, Methody, for those boons to our party. Those will come in very handy, I think.
So our sleep happened without a problem. No ambushes. No demons.
Basically, where we are right now is the evening before.
Oh, okay.
You guys would go to sleep and make your long rest. So right now, I just want to check in with all y'all to see if there is anything else that you would like to do, or before we go take our rest, and the next morning we will march on the basin.
After my meditation, I'll check if Sorel is in his room.
We need our energy. That's very important. We need the energy to fight.
You have different forms of energy.
It's never stopped me before.
That's very true.
If you were going to fight a mind-bending fish monster that has the power of will over all of you, perhaps it is a very good type of rest to be very emotionally content.
So, just to reiterate what you just said, this is the evening before we go out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Jack and I will be, Jack and Tarush will be busy learning those spells that we purchased. So we're preoccupied with that.
It's very real, but yes, we are studying late at night.
Have they remembered the name of the zombie yet?
Yes.
Was it Georgie?
I think it was Georgie, yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Georgie the zombie.
I do believe Georgie was named. There was a name Georgie too was dropped. So.
All right, but if
hereby I claim
Georgie.
Oh, yes, Olan.
I want to try and talk to Shh.
All right. How would you like to do this?
Okay, so last time I kind of got taken over. So now I want to go sit in my room by the window. Yes, am I there? Okay, and then I want to look at the stars. And I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to try and imagine that I'm floating to
All right. In that case, go ahead and... You are imagining.
Yes, like a meditation?
Yeah. Just go ahead and make me a straight up wisdom roll. So just roll me a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
The wisdom is... that is 15.
15? Ooh, not too shabby on a straight up wisdom check. Alright, so... As you sit down... Oh! Grimboy, thank you so much for your continued patronage, as you are now 26th months into following this beautiful stream. Thank you so much, boy. As you sit there within the window, you first gaze outward as the chill, late winter air brushes your face. And then you pull back a little bit. You close your eyes. And as you still feel the cold air, you feel also this heat begin to radiate from inside yourself. You feel different stars on your fur begin to ignite almost and burn with the presence of shh. As you not so much feel yourself move as that you feel that outside there, so far away, something begins to resonate with your own burning stars. And with that you feel a distant but almost tangible connection. And shh is still so strange to you, so out of this world that normal language, as you would know it, doesn't really register with shh. And you feel like you are more, it's almost this time more like you're reading, as if you're trying to interpret and read the signs that shh is pushing into your body. And the first thing that you interpret is uncertainty, a question mark, if you will. You realize that Shh is asking, what are we doing?
What up?
What's up? Well, I wanted to check in with which, and I wanted to tell Shh that I might get in trouble tomorrow, but that they should not worry. I'm going to try my best and stay alive. But I just want, because we are new friends and maybe they don't know what I do. So I want to tell them that I'm going into a fight and that it might go wrong, but it probably will go right. But I want to tell them that.
And as you do so, you realize that doing this with actual words is going to be difficult. But you do grasp that one concept: danger tomorrow, threatening stuff going to happen. And you hold on to that one feeling and you try to put that within the burning pattern of your fur, carrying it over to whatever is out there.
But I also want to make sure that there's a sense of calmness underneath that sense of danger. Like, I want them to know that I'm not afraid myself, except for the water part, but I'm not afraid myself. Yes.
Right. So you send out first this concept of danger, but then you follow it up with a concept of calm, stability, of you being there in the moment, ready. And as these two concepts eventually turn towards Shh, you feel this wave of heat radiate throughout your body. It is invigorating. Perhaps not so nice because we're about to go to sleep, but for a moment you feel active, energized. And you also feel that Shh offers you the concept of a approving nod. Shh seems to approve that you will go there and face danger and be victorious, and she will be with you.
I also want to try and talk to Saloon, but I am pretty sure that won't work. But
at that moment, you take another look outside of the window towards the distant moon. Right now,
is there this lake that I was on before?
Yeah, because you are looking outside of the window at the lake house, so you still have that small lake of the lake house, its namesake, stretched out in front of you. So you can also see like the reflection. And right now, it's like 2/3 of the way full. And as you try to reach out, you also try to get that connection with the moon, with Saloon that you had. But go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
That is now 24.
Nice. As you try to peer towards the moon, towards Saloon, you hear the hustling and bustling of Farwater around you for a moment. But as you focus more on the moon itself, all the sounds almost seem to begin to dampen. And as they do, you realize that there is this presence that you try to pick up on, thinking that it is Saloon, but it is not. It is a buzzing. It is a static. It is a filter of vagueness over the moon that you see, both visually but also in an understanding matter. Something is between you as you realize that these echoes of power, this buzzing that Saloon has asked you to dampen here, the work of the shepherd being there between you and Saloon, making it unable for you to contact her at this time. But you are filled with determination once again as you realize that tomorrow you will set out to rid Farwater of this very influence.
Nice. Okay. Then I will go to bed after that.
Very well. Then, as each and every one of you go to bed... Oh, Tarush?
Sorry, I do actually have something, because I have a feat that reduces my learning time. So I only need 30 minutes to learn the 2 spells instead of 3 hours.
Very nice.
So I do want to actually go out into the lake house, and
As Tarush leaves, Jack is like, "You're already done? I'm still working on the first spell, man."
the Cerulean Circle has taught me efficiency in this regard. Not to worry. You have your strengths as well.
That's true, but it's already so late. Oh. I'll just keep writing. I'm almost done with the first one.
Keep at it. I'll bring you a cup of tea. Or an ale.
Bring both.
Very well.
Both would be good.
So Tarush goes downstairs.
Very well.
And as he jumbles his packet of papers that he names his spell book back into his bag, he then goes and he goes to look for some of the more, let's put it this way, lower level looking adventurers in the inn. So I'm thinking, people in basic armor, people that would be looking for odds and ends jobs.
Easily found.
And I'm going to pay a few of them, I don't know, a gold piece each, maybe 2, to be on the lookout for anything resembling soul stones. With the promise of a greater reward if they come back with information that proves useful.
Go ahead and make me a diplomacy check.
So I have like let's say a budget of 8 gold pieces for this, depending on, what I roll. That would be a 12 plus 10, 22.
22. As you take a look around the open space within the lake house, where different travelers are even at this hour still like walking in, finding respite finally after their travels to and through the city limits, you eventually do find a small group, not too unsimilar with you yourself and your companions when you actually made your way first into the city limits. And you take a couple of steps towards them, and as you begin to talk about these stones, it seems that these are people that were exactly looking for whatever kind of business they could get their hands on. So this is a golden opportunity to them, in both senses of the word, as you give each and every one of them a gold piece, so you can write off 5 gold pieces as a investment into this.
That's for my personal fund, Maxime. You don't have to.
Well, what? And with that, then, as the studies follow, as the rest in multiple ways is being had, sleep eventually comes to each and every one of you. As that is going on, Crowan, I would like you to go ahead and make me a will save, please.
I knew it. I fail, I think. It's an 13.
Alright, in that case, I need to take a look. Where is my shepherd?
Also one more FYI, I had the alarm spell prepared this day, which I will put on my room.
To just make sure
your room
is guarded.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's mostly because Tarush is still a bit paranoid about Edge, but also because, what happened with Cerulean? No, wait, sorry. Cinnamon. What was it again?
Vermilion.
I know.
Red.
Vermilion. He's a bit more. He's a bit nervous about that.
You're quite literally on edge. All right. So with that, Crowan.
Yeah.
You had what was it? A 13 that you had?
Yeah, 13.
Good. That's a critical fail.
Nice.
So, as you find yourself asleep, eventually you are hit with a drop of water dripping somewhere from the ceiling. And the first droplet just irritates you but doesn't wake you up.
Mhm.
The second one doesn't do also. But the third one also splashes a little bit into your mouth. And as you begin to taste it, it tastes foul, which actually does wake you up. But you are not in your bed. You wake up as you put your hands down in like a little bit of underground fungus as you once again feel the dampness of the sewer system below your arms. You look and you are lying on one of these side walkways that you had walked before. One way going over there, the other way going back. And as you see the water slowly flowing, you can either go downward or upward. What kind of way would you like to walk?
I try to go towards the source of the water, so upward.
Very well. And as you begin to walk, eventually you see that the sewer system gives rise to just a little bit of natural stonework. As for like 10 feet, the sewer system halts and it turns into a normal cave network. And as you take a couple of steps outside, you see that this one small sewer tunnel that you just walked out of is indeed the entrance where the vast canal of the Formar Basin eventually flows inward. And here you can see the lake Formar Basin stretch out before you. On your sides, rolling grass hills, far away, like surrounding the lake, a couple of buildings here and there of people that make their living doing all kinds of things on the lake. A couple of shrubs, a tree. The lake perfectly still, it seems.
I look around. I'm basically expecting to be accosted by the shepherd at some point.
What do you do?
I go towards the lake, the basin, basically straight into the basin, maybe take a swim.
And as you take a couple of steps, you begin to swim. Your movement being the only things that ripple the water. And as you keep your eyes out to the left, to the right, you look downward, where you see complete and utter darkness. Or do you? As for a moment, 3 red eyes ignite underneath the water, and before you can react, one large tentacle wraps itself around one of your legs, and you are plummeted into the darkness.
It's gonna be fun.
Where you see this gigantic being, its tentacles eventually morphing and merging with the dark, murky water surrounding you. You can no longer see the place where you could break through the water. But as you open your mouth, you are underwater, but you are not drowning. You can breathe, you can speak, and these 3 burning eyes, as they peer into your very being, just go, "Are you going to squander my gift, Crone? I've given you understanding of these echoes, and yet you do not wield them. Are you afraid?"
Your gift has not been very needed, but do you have any dominion over the undead or the dead?
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
13 plus E. Let's see. Diplomacy is. I have a total of 22.
22. The echoes of power, Crone, are ancient, predating the very existence of magic itself. They can do anything. You could do anything. And I can give you that understanding.
Are you the one who sent? Sorry, I forgot it. Who sent the ghost to me?
I do not work with ghosts, Groen. I work with truths. I work within the waters. But I do not haunt you as your past does.
Do you know of a way to be forgiven of my past?
He peers into you, and now that critical failure comes in handy because he goes, where do we have it? Ah, damn it. Of course, now I can freaking find it. Breaking immersion, stupid shit.
Loading.
Yeah. All right. You wish to be forgiven by her, by Holly.
Yes.
You have done her an injustice. You, who were supposed to protect the people against foul magics. You, who were supposed to keep the streets of Torsika safe.
But you tell me something I don't know.
As I said, Crone, I work in understanding, both for you and I. I can give you the tools so that you can find forgiveness with her. Would you wish for those?
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna go with, what is it gonna cost me?
I love that only Crowan can stand in front of this pseudo god and be fucking sarcastic.
Hell yeah.
I don't consider it as a god, I just consider it as a very scary monster. And I'm not scared! I'm brave!
My understanding, Crowan, begins to grow. Because you are now here with me. But all of you, right now, you are planning something.
Shit.
What are you planning, Crowan?
Well, you already knew we were trying to get you.
Go ahead and make another will save as you feel these piercing red eyes.
Natural one!
You do have a hero point.
Yeah!
Just saying. Just saying.
Let's go with that one. Will save is now 22.
22.
A normal
Alright.
fail. No.
It's a normal failure.
Yeah, true.
You are planning something tomorrow. It seems that my plans must be hastened.
Fuck.
Saw that coming. Beautiful. Yeah.
You, Crowan, will need tools to find forgiveness with Holly. I can give you those, but it all will depend on what actions you take come tomorrow. I look forward to meeting all of you. And with that, the three eyes slowly turn back into the darkness until they are but small LEDs in the distance as they one by one snuff out. And the entire darkness of this lake takes you as you turn deeper and deeper into darkness, which then turns into a deep night's sleep. As we fast forward,
Yeah.
and come the morrow, each and every one of you wake up, well rested, ready for another day of adventuring.
Yeah.
As you slowly but surely come down towards the general area of the lake house, where you and your companions begin to get ready all of their different supplies at their disposal and make plans for the day. So, with that being said, Pack, what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna go with an announcement. He knows. I think the link somehow strengthened between me and Diablev and the shepherd, whatever. And he knows we're going for him. I don't know how much he knows, but he said something about hasting his plans, so we should not waste time either.
But he did not tell you his plan.
No.
Can we still trust you? Because otherwise we promised we should stab you with this knife.
Well, that is what we have the innkeeper's spell for, no?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. As long as the spell is working, I should be fine.
Let's find the high hosts and
so
get ready.
So for the sake of this, let's one more time go over all of the things that you have at your disposal, because you got a lot. And we are keeping track of all of these magical items and stuff digitally. So we have, for you, 3 potions, which will give you a swim speed, but only for 10 minutes. You have the different breathing masks at your disposal. So each and every one of you gets like a nice little mask made out of silver fish scales with like a metal line around it, and like a band that you can fasten behind your neck. And with that, you are able to breathe underwater and are able to do vocal components for spell casting without an issue. Do also realize that underwater combat or aquatic combat gives a couple of disadvantages to melee peoples. Aquatic.
If we didn't have a swim speed, right?
Yes. As soon as you have a swim speed, these things are no longer a problem. And the things are as follows. Let's see. You're flat-footed. You're flat-footed unless you have a swim speed. So that's the only thing that goes away when you have a swim speed. You still have a -2 penalty to melee, slashing and bludgeoning attacks that pass through the water. And ranged attacks that deal bludgeoning or slashing damage automatically miss if the attacker or target is underwater. And piercing range attacks made by an underwater creature or against an underwater creature have their rage increment halved. So ranged weaponry is only half as effective.
Okay.
Alright, so you have those nice things. I hope that all of you know which ones have like the permanent magical items, but you guys also had like a couple of different mutagens at your disposal. You guys bought healing potions. Keep track of those.
Yeah. I'm carrying oils of purification and anti-plague potions, and a Citalas poison. And I still had one more thing that I wanted to do. But we'll get to that later. No. I'll go up to as we do the spell with the High Host. I will hand him the mushrooms that I had gathered, because I'd gone back, and I tell him I will no longer require these, but they are a vital component of curing the plague. When distilled into a potion, bring this to
the infirmary temple for me, or have someone do it. Tell them to grow more of this and use it to cure the plague, should we fail.
The High Host looks at these and goes, "These will come in handy indeed. I will make sure that they are delivered to St. Timian's, where they can be put to good use.
Tell them
Now then,
it is a gift from the pack and the Don Silvas.
very well. Now then, have you decided who will be enchanted with the mind blank spell?"
I raise my hand.
Very well then. And all of this is taking place not out in the open, because normally this spell would cost you, let's see here, 720 gold pieces.
Peanuts.
Yeah. So, as you, in one of these side chambers, perhaps the one where also Georgie is being kept, Crowan, you step forward from the rest of the group, and the High Host this time actually wields power. As you begin to hear him chant, and his voice begins to carry and almost reverberate on the air itself, as he gets his hands through the air and begins to carve these intricate glyphs into the sky itself. And eventually, as he keeps hold of two of them, he turns them around as a couple of others all begin to connect. And then all of these glyphs begin to twirl around your head, where they, at one specific moment, stop and enter your mind, where you for a moment are dazzled a little bit, but then take a step forward, and any amount of vagueness or headache or unclarities within your mind are gone, and you have never felt more focused in your life. So for the entire day, you will have a +4 bonus to, I think, will saves in general. Let me check that real quick. Mind blank. Against mental effects. Sorry.
Okay.
So anything that is a mental effect, you will have a +4 bonus on it, and yada yada yada, and all kinds of divination magics are being thwarted by this spell. So if people actually try to look and know what you know, for example, what happened last night, those sorts of things will be thwarted from now on.
Cool.
All right. With that buff is being handed out to you.
The buff lasts how long?
The entire day. Until the
nice.
next time Zarel makes daily preparations. So basically,
cool.
Until the next morning. All right then. As everything is said and done, you gather your supplies and begin to march to the outskirts of the city. Zarel shakes all of your hands and wishes you good travels. You see yesterday that you also bought Buddy a new staff, as he now has this long beam of wood, which he conjured a piece of the crystal and put it on top as sort of a spellcasting focus. He stands with you with normal quote-unquote humanoid clothes, clothes fit for a gnome or a halfling, and he nods with determination as he also follows you into whatever this day may bring. Okay. As you guys begin...
I just want to compliment him on his clothing and his cool staff, and ask him if he's happy with it, and just give him a little shoulder bump.
I'm very happy with him, thank you very much. No, that's not what he said. But it would be fun. It would be fun if all of a sudden he had a very deep voice and was perfectly articulate and stuff. No, he still doesn't really understand what you're saying to him, but he understands that you're enthusiastic about him, and he likes that, so that's good.
Yay, my little buddy.
As you guys begin to make your way... Oh, sorry, Tarush?
Yeah, Tarush is also dressed slightly differently. He's wearing... He's not wearing the more fancier robes that he usually has, but just the underclothing part that he does always wears as well. So mostly thin leather clothing, suited for adventuring.
Full business attire. All right. Lyra is also with you, with her mentalist staff and her small electric eel familiar Nala at the ready to continue her adventure with you. And as the 7 of you, well, technically 8 with Nox there as well, begin to make your way, you eventually find yourselves at the outer gates of the city. And as you take a couple of steps outward, you see to your right a small field begin to expand until eventually you have different houses that are all built along the canal that enters the city. And what you can also see right there is that a couple of masts have appeared on the far side of the canal where the lake exits into the canal. Masts with sails of gray and silver that are now completely pulled up. As you can see that along the canal itself, you also see a sizable force of silver sentinels marching towards it. As you yourself make your way to this area, you eventually find that the Silver Sentinels are very busy with hanging up large nets throughout the entirety of the canal, capable of withstanding the force of water, but also withstanding the force of whatever scum might be summoned to this place as the Shepherd's Lair is assaulted by you. You see the different Silver Sentinels evacuating each and every citizen from the canal surroundings. Different criers begin to shout out, telling them what is happening. Different civilians being led by Silver Sentinels away towards the fields with whatever belongings they could gather from their homes on such short notice. And as all of this is going on, you eventually also see Bradley, the guard captain, Bradley Quintessent, on horseback, come galloping towards you. Full ornamental, full plate, large cape billowing in the wind to make sure that everyone knows that he here is in control. And as he comes towards you, you see that he has 2 bannermen with him as well. And as he comes towards you, eventually he stops and goes, "Pack members, it is good to see you. Today we hunt. Follow me, please." And he leads you towards the edge of the lake. Now only 100 or 150 feet away from you, the Silver Sentinels are at the canal itself, making everything ready. But here, you are greeted by a small task force. As you see that 5 individuals, 1 in front, 4 in the back, stand here at the ready. They are wearing what seems to be a nice mixture of leather and like light chain armor that seems to be very tightly knit around like the entirety of their being. These are waterproof armors. As the captain tells you, these are the seafloor snipers. Normally they work just outside of the city limits on the seafloor itself. They are capable divers, and this is the group that will assist you. The leader, Lieutenant Ronan Valenwold. As one person steps forward, you can see he has like this streamlined shield at his back, so it would not like hamper too much within the water itself. A large trident on his back. A human steps forward, smacks, not like that, smacks his own chest, takes a slight bow, and goes, "Welcome back, members. We are glad to be aiding you in this hunt of whatever this fish monster might be. We are at your disposal. These are my men, Rotera, Bancroft, Phalar, and Helmdir. Let's go fish." And with them...
Any of them hot?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah. I instinctively reached for my dice that I don't have. Plus...
It's like a ghost storm.
26.
26. All right, Edge, you take a good look over all of these individuals. Ronan, short brown hair, like late 20s, early 30s, human, pretty buff because he is the one that actually is wearing metal armor and has trained enough so that he can actually wield it within the water without too much of a problem. Next to him stands a woman, Rotera, also human, very, very short, very short curly hair, tinted skin. Next to her stands Bancroft, middle-aged guy, a little bit of a salt and pepper beard. But then also you have Phalar, which is a female wood elf with like deep dark green skin and deep brown hair that she has in a ponytail that seems to mimic the actual bark of a tree. And Helmdir seems to be an actual aquatic elf, a triton, standing at the ready with like not pointed ears, but ears that actually have like the fins, blue skin, half long black hair, all like in the same sort of age ranges. Bancroft seems to be a little bit more, a little bit older, like 40s, maybe early 50s.
They all sound really hot, so I'm gonna just kind of give them a general wink.
You want to fuck all of them, it seems.
All of them at
All
the
right.
same time.
But that they must all survive.
So,
Well, I mean, it's giving me a little bit more motivation to try hard.
They who survive will thrive.
So with that, there is one ship of the Silver Sentinels, nothing more than a large skiff, like a sailing vessel with one mast. I would say like 40 feet in length, 15 feet on, 20 feet on the width, like in the most wide area, like a small hut and like a second deck underneath, but mostly used for just supplies and that sort of stuff, which you can. Which you will be able to use to get towards the point in the middle of the lake where your diving adventure will start, I think. Is there anything else that you would like to do until you plunge yourselves into the depths?
I would like to check how the water responds to my lightning magic. Like, is it incredibly conductive? Is it a little bit conductive? If I fire it out in battle, am I going to hurt everyone around me, or is it going to be...
I will say...
I just want to, like, put my hand underwater, like, up to the wrist and just shoot it out and see what happens.
A couple of dead fish pop out.
I would say, for the sake of this, go ahead and make me an attack roll, first off.
Oh, pardon me. Second. It's a 10. Okay. A natural 20 for a total of 30.
Nice. All right, so you begin to coalesce the lightning from your devilish heritage, and as you unleash it throughout the water...
It's not my devilish heritage, it's the other one. Fine. just
from your magic, and you are able to really guide it well throughout the water. Like the water conducts it, so you feel like if there be fish monsters down there, they will probably be easier hit through lightning-based magics or electricity-based magic than normal, and you are very much capable of keeping it in line and making sure that it only goes where it actually needs to go.
For now.
Any dead fish pop up?
I will say that you saw one swim by, which you quickly tried to target, mostly out of instinct, and only that fish got hit, and only that fish is now bloop, floating, already a little bit burnt towards the surface. Bloop.
Anyone want a
Love
snack
it.
before we go down?
Nope.
Buddy picks it up and eats it.
Yeah, definitely.
Buddy like lifts it up over his head for a moment to thank you, and it's...
I suppose he's not in a sharing mood. That's fine.
Do we really have to go down?
Yes.
He will take another bath tonight. It will be fine.
But is there not another way we can go?
At least this water is cleaner than in the sewers.
But I just don't want to go into the water. Maybe that thing we have doesn't work and then I die in the water. I'm not really a good swimmer. My fur gets really like
Do you want to
makes
do the
me go
rope thing
down.
again? You want to do the rope thing again?
Maybe yes.
Okay, I will tie a rope around my waist and tie the other end around Olam's.
A body
Very
line.
well.
Tarush ignores the conversation or is apart from it as he approaches the lieutenant.
I did not bring my spell book bundle, but we do have several spell scrolls that need to be brought with us. Understood you and your men's armor clothing is waterproof?
It is indeed. We are capable to keep these things for you if need be. However, if we eventually will need them underwater, Nothing can keep the water out there.
And just out of character, like, would spell scrolls be affected by water as such, or are they magical and ignore?
I will say, for the sake of this, like, they are magical, and normally magical items have some sort of extra resilience to them.
Okay.
So, together with the water-breathing masks that are provided to you by the Silver Sentinels, you will be able to just, like, cast these spells.
Okay.
What you can, however, have is that the lieutenant, like, rummages through a couple of supplies and comes back with, like, a couple of scroll cases, like, bound to a belt that he puts along you and says, like, these will be waterproof. Like, with a little bit of rubber between them where you can put, like, a spell scroll in. So, for the sake of this, you will have your spell crows with you in waterproof casings.
Yeah, so I take one myself, and I hand one to Olam, because I took, at least I assume, I wrote them down my inventory. I took the 2 spell scrolls back from Jack at the end of the night. Or do you want to keep them, Jack?
You are muted.
I was going to say no. I think I probably gave them back to you.
Fair, cool.
So
yeah,
put, like, this water breathing mask on a little bit too hard, and wait, this is better.
So yeah, I give one spell scroll case to Olam because I know Olam has what was it again? 10 spell scrolls?
Yeah. 10 scrolls of protection.
Nice.
Protection.
Those are gonna come in handy, and I have 2 spell scrolls as well. Well, 3 actually, but I left one at home, I imagine. Cool.
Very well then.
Oh, hey. Sorry, last session I wasn't actually looking at my inventory properly. I still have 2 minor healing potions in my inventory. Does anyone else want one?
I got a lesser.
Yeah.
I think I have one now, which should be good.
I think it's good tactics that as many people have at least one on them. So Jack?
I've 1 healing potion.
Oh, perfect. Crowan as well?
I think we bought.
I think I have none, but if you want to get, I probably won't use them though because I'm probably gonna fight to the death and then just drink them.
No, it's more if you want to help, if you want to revive or help someone else. That's
but I have combat medicine for that.
Fair enough.
Crowan, I believe you got a minor healing potion as well, and Edge and I got a lesser healing potion last time.
No, yeah. That's true.
You didn't want a lesser, but you wanted a minor.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You wanted a minor. That's.
Did you write it down?
Yeah. I'll. So I have a minor potion. Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
it gives 1d8 healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
cool. Then I have 2, but that's fine. And I have the brooch of the lawless on me, so that gives me +1 against.
Basically you can look
things,
it up
right?
in you can look it up in Pathfinder.
Cool.
PF2 Easy. It's just a protection spell, but only protection from law.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
All right. So, and Crowan, also keep in mind that in the heat of the moment, battle medicine can only be used on each individual once. So, for example, if you would like battle medicine Edge, and then Edge goes down again, you couldn't get Edge back up with battle medicine. So then it's good to also have a healing potion, so you can.
Fair enough.
Enjoy that in there.
Man, I'm not gonna go down twice. Come on, man. It's just a half god.
Famous last words. All right. With all the different apparatuses, potions, scrolls, man, I really like that you guys are really decked out for like a real adventure over here.
Yeah,
you
we need a healer.
Towards. Sorry. Who needs healers when you have the power of money? You step towards the edge
Oh,
of the
that's
ship.
too real, Daddy. Come on.
You step towards the edge of the ship, and one by one, each and every one of you plummets yourself into the deep, dark, and cold waters right now.
I'm gonna leave Nox topside.
Very well.
I leave my staff on the boat.
What? Don't you need it?
Very well.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
Show off.
What am I gonna do with chess? Well, rats can swim to a certain extent.
Yeah, no. Oh,
You're
rats are
the
great at
sea
swimming.
creature, right?
Yeah, but they're good at breathing on the water.
For the sake of this,
Put him in the mask
we
with
will
you.
say, for the sake of this, we will say that Jesse is also provided a rat-sized mask of water breathing because it looks way too cute not to.
That sounds so extremely
Oh my
adorable.
god, Jesse with like a small little diver helmet.
Like a little glass
Yes.
bubble, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
oh my
actually
God, yes.
there's
If
actually
you have
a
any
spoken.
artists in the
there's-
chat room, make it, please. Tag us on Instagram, add a Tale of Dice. I would love to see that.
there's
That sounds
actually
amazing.
a Snoopy in Space Goes to Space movie. And I think if we just like edit, there's a template for it. If you just edit Snoopy to be a little rat-like, we got it.
We got that.
I can do
Alright,
that.
So, yeah. So if you,
Before I dive in, after I leave Nox,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna take him by his little hands and tell him to stay.
Aw.
And that if I don't come back,
he slaps, not letting you finish that sentence.
fine.
And he squeezes your hand.
Aww.
But, because I won't be around forever, if I don't come back, you go to the high house. Go back to the lake house and be with him.
He
And I'll
closes
go
his
in.
eyes and nods sadly for a moment, and then
Yeah.
goes in for like a nice little bear hug around your neck.
Ape hug.
Ape hug, yeah.
I
Monkey
give him all
hug.
the kisses and scritches, and I whisper a little prayer to Avandra to keep him safe.
And with that, Nox just gets like away from you for a moment and begins to climb up into the mast and is just like hanging there, not really okay with what is going on, but
Oh,
accepting
buddy.
nonetheless. All right. And as each and every one of you begin to jump into the water, plummeting into the cold, cold depths, because again, right now we are like late January, so that is going to suck. But for the sake of this, we will say that you guys are fine with swimming through this cold water. It's a very hot day, or whatever. Let's see here.
It's just like, I'm not okay with going into icy cold water, Daddy.
Yeah.
Definitely
What?
not fine. No.
Not cool.
We have
Uh,
dry suits for them.
For the sake of this, you know what? Sure. The Silver Sentinels have also provided each and every one of you with one of those potions that makes you resistant to like cold weather.
Extreme
conditions.
temperatures.
Yeah, extreme temperatures.
It's called Jagermeister.
Nice.
Indeed.
Are we
Sponsor
supposed?
us.
Are we allowed to use brand names on stream? With
Not really. A
It's
Tale of Dice
free
is in no
advertising.
way partnered or affiliated with Jägermeister. Unless you want to be, then
Please contact us.
hit us up.
So, for the sake of this, because you guys have Silver Sentinels at your disposal, each and every one of you is going to control one of these NPCs as a nice little follower for you. So, for the sake of this, to make things easier, I have here within the player inventory, because these are items that you have, a quaint little stat block. We are just going to use the stat block for the Archer Sentry. You can also look it up in PF2 Easy if you would like. And we can just use those stats, no things altered. A little bit other flavors, like the composite longbow would actually be like a sort of crossbow contraption because we are underwater, like a harpoon gun. But these guys are swift, so they do not have the reload thing for that. And next to that, we also have the lieutenant, for which we will use a watch officer stat block. So one of you will actually get to control a third level character. And the only thing we have to change on that is that normally the watch officer has a warhammer. We will change that to a trident, which basically doesn't change anything except for the bludgeoning damage will be piercing, and he will not get the penalty for the attacks.
So they're all ranged characters.
They
Except the
also have,
trident.
yes. So the watch officer also has like a crossbow, so he also has ranged options. But like they're known as the C4 snipers, so they are all ranged characters normally, except for the watch officer, who is also very capable of being in melee. So with that being said, we need one person of you who takes control of the watch officer, and the rest will each and every one of you will have a archer sentry as a follower for this.
No, Tarush, you don't
Crow.
get the watch officer.
No, I was going to suggest Crone, but now I'm
Yeah.
going to suggest Jack.
I was going to suggest the sentry for myself. Yes.
All right, Crowan. Well,
Yeah,
you
fine.
take Crowan and Ronan. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very well. All right, so you take control of the watch officer, and the rest of you each take control of an archer sentry. Which exactly it will be, we will get to eventually. But for
Can I
now,
play the blue dude?
of course you can. Then you will
Yay.
be in control of Houndir.
Yes.
All right. Oh, and another thing is that they all have a swim speed. That is one extra thing. Their movement speed is their swim speed. With that, all of you plummet into the dark depths, and for now, the murky water of the Formar Basin limits your sight to roughly like 50 feet, and it is deep in this middle area of the lake. So right now, with 50 feet in front of you, you cannot see the bottom or know exactly where you are going. So as you guys begin to dive deeper downward, are there any tactics or anything that you guys would like to do as you swim to the bottom? Tarush.
I hold out to the person in front and in back an ever-burning candle, which I give to them.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yes.
And I hold one myself as well as I'm swimming. And what Tarush is also mostly doing, Tarush is not a great swimmer. He's naturally strong, but this is just not something he's been ever been trained for. His type of swimming is sitting on a floating chair in a pool. So he's just kind of gonna hold on to the shoulder of his sentry partner as they're swimming.
Very well.
Can I cast? I think I can cast dancing lights on the water, don't I?
You can indeed. Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about like we have an ever burning candle in front and back, and then just along the line, just 3 dots of dancing lights, sort of like a submarine going down.
It is concentration though, so like it will make swimming a bit. Like it costs you one of your actions each turn, so we would all have to slow down for it. It's a good idea, but like more for consideration.
Yeah, we have the time.
For the sake of this, that will not be a too large of a problem indeed.
Cool.
But right now, so the dancing light spells are cast and the ever-burning candles are given out, which gives this nice little like underwater flare motif, because like the candle cannot go out, but it is constantly assaulted by the water. So you have like this flickering flame underneath the water the entire time, as if someone just like did one of those flares and dropped them into the depths. So with that, you guys are nicely illuminated, and with that, when the dancing lights also go on, eventually as you dive deeper and deeper, the darkness taking all of you, you still take this little bit of light with you. And as you go downward and downward, I would like all of you to go ahead and make me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Do the 20.
First high perception check I think ever with Tarush, 26.
26.
10.
10.
24.
24.
21.
All right. As you guys begin to swim downward, you eventually see the bottom of the lake, which is what you would expect for the most part. You see all kinds of underwater foliage, like large seaweeds, different fish begin to swim quickly out of the way as these new intruders make their way into their living spaces. But there is one large thing that catches your attention as all of you, together with Lyra and Buddy and the Silver Sentinel, swim downward. You see that on the sea floor there is one semi-large shipwreck just nestled down there. One like third of the ship has gone somewhere else, perhaps lying somewhere else on the sea floor, but you see like overturned with like the curvature up top, approximately like 30 or 40 feet of a large vessel just situated like half sunken away into the dirt.
Nice. Who all see this?
Oh, excuse me. Each and every one of you that have a 20 or higher, 19 or higher as of this moment. So I think almost every one of you see this right now.
So a ship.
Yeah. in the distance right now.
Interesting.
Tarush's eyes turn into dollar signs. I squeeze
Making you blind.
the sentry's shoulder with the hand I'm holding it with, and I point over towards the ship. I speak a bit before I realize that it's not going to carry.
No. You actually do. It's really weird. As you speak, the mask of water breathing actually travels. It's very weird because the mask has like put itself across your face, and the first time you enter the water, you feel like this coldness filter through it, and as it does so, it enters your lungs, but it does no longer burn. It actually carries with it enough oxygen to sustain you. And as you begin to push like this water out, you actually hear yourself speak for a moment. It is very weird. It's like pitched down very much because like the water and the mask itself need to turn it into something else to make it sure that all of the syllables carry. So basically you just actually hear yourself, there's a ship right over there. Oh.
Nice. No, that
Seems to be
carried.
our target.
Nice.
And the Silver Sentinels turn with you. As of this moment, who of you had a 24?
Add a 26.
Oh, 26? Alright, so
I had a 24.
Tarush and Jack, as you guys begin to come closer, you slowly turn around towards like the place where the half of the ship is missing. So you have like the backside, which is completely like caved in and is like situated into the dirt, and then like the opening. And as you guys swim towards it, both of you can see that within the darkness of this open quote-unquote ship, you see something large move for just a moment.
Strap. I think something's in there.
Might it be it?
No, we are not in caverns. Send the dancing lights over there. Everyone, ready yourselves.
And as you... How close do you guys want to get to this place? Because the Dancing Light spell can only be cast, I think, like 30 feet.
No, I think longer.
oh,
I think the maximum range.
120 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
All right.
within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. All right, so you send out the 3 dancing lights between 10 feet of each other towards this darkness. And as you come closer towards it, for a moment you see like this large rock just laying there, overgrown with moss, little bit like yellow limestone rock, until you realize that's no rock. As you see 2 small
That is
beady
no
eyes
food.
That is a
protrude
space
from it.
station. Sorry.
As one large crab claw of this gigantic hermit crab that is using this ship as its actual house comes towards and slashes towards the dancing lights as all 3 of them turn out. And it retracts itself into its house, wiggles a little bit, and you see the entire ship. As of this moment, each and every one of you can make a nature check for me.
I'm gonna fail that one.
9.
9.
A 14.
14.
14 as well.
14.
Someone's having fun.
18.
18. I'm afraid that none of you actually know what these kinds of creatures are and are incapable of ascertaining what this gigantic hermit crab might impose on you. But with the dancing lights of Jack, it's pretty clear to see that it's just like one gigantic hermit crab that is using the house as a small lair, if you will.
Let's not borrow it any further.
Yeah, I would suggest that we keep clear of this.
I will say, Jack, as you were the one that was throwing your dancing lights in there, go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking ship part, loot part.
That's a 14.
14?
In there.
It's hard to say what you saw in there, but...
Perhaps
We
something that could aid us.
We have to save our energy. We don't have time for this.
Yeah, basically.
We have to go.
Well, we
That's
get
true.
back, baby.
I am not going to help you if you're going to fight that.
Then we will return later.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Lyra rolled a natural 18 on her perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Where do I have her stat block? For a total of 26. So as she is swimming with you, she will say, "But guys, wasn't this where the cave entrances were supposed to be?
What?
Where is that thing sitting on?"
And we couldn't just avoid the combat. No.
Tarush looks over at
No, wait,
Lyra
wait, wait.
and smiles.
We can try and make him go the other way without fighting him, right?
Maybe with some dancing lights.
There are different ways of avoiding combat.
We should really know. I can't do my spells on him. I don't have enough.
I might
We can
have.
try to sneak past. Is that going to work?
I will give you this as you guys are like discussing this. You have the time to like basically do an entire round around this beast, and what you can see is that it has like digged himself into a little bit of like a concave place. So what you begin to ascertain is that Buddy pointed to like this place on the map. He might very well be like sitting as a fucking cork on the actual entrance to whatever that cave system was Buddy was talking about.
Okay.
Jack said the dancing light, right? Or was it the Growin? Someone said dancing lights. We can try and.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so.
All right. So
If not, I have a plan B, but let's go with the dancing lights first.
I think what we're gonna do is cast dancing lights and then get it close to the hermit crab, and then just kind of like let it move away from the spot, and maybe
Like
it will
lure it
follow.
away, as if it's food?
Yeah,
Basically.
or something interesting.
I can cast dancing lights as well, so I can aid you with that.
More lights.
More lights, yes, that's 6 already.
All right. So what you will try to do is basically like make a trail of dancing lights to
I can do.
lure this.
I will
you can
help too. Yes.
9 lights.
9, that's a whole trail of dancing lights.
Nine dancing lights. And 9 dancing lights with 10 feet in between each and every one of them. If this goes well and the beast actually moves away, then you guys would have a nice little entrance. All right. So with that being said, Jack, Olam, and Lyra, all 3 of you move upward a little bit and begin to cast these dancing lights. So for the sake of this, go ahead and make me. Are you guys also trained in deception?
I am.
Quick look.
I think the spellcasters.
Yeah, this is for the spellcasters, I'm afraid. For the ones that are.
I am in diplomacy.
All right.
I am trained in
All
deception.
right.
Yeah.
In that case,
Shut up,
go ahead.
Charlie. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
good at many things, but I can deceive, okay?
Oh
Go
no,
ahead
I'm just
and-
laughing about Crystal's diplomacy.
So go
Make
ahead
it
and
work.
make me a basically a spell attack roll for both of you. So because you are trained in both deception and diplomacy, right?
Yeah.
Not expert. or something? Yeah. All right. So basically, we are going to do this a roll where you can get your proficiency and your spellcasting ability modifier. So that would be a spell attack roll. Is the number on your sheet. But what I'm basically asking you to do is making a spell-based deception and a spell-based diplomacy check.
That works.
And Lyra is going to, I will say Lyra is going to aid each and every one of you.
Oh,
So, alright, so Jack, you will get a +1 as Lyra aids you, and Olam, you will also get a +1. So both of you get a +1 as Lyra is aiding you with this. So what are your checks?
We'll make 9, 24.
24, that's a success.
Yeah.
Mine is 18.
18 fails, I'm afraid. So, as you guys begin to set out the globules of light, 9 in a row. The first ones appear at the place where Jack had put them. As the beast comes out of its shell and begins to slash at the first one, they dart around playfully as another large claw comes and snatches the second one. As you begin to see that the large ship at its hang side begins to be pulled forward, as the third one is grabbed, the fourth, the fifth, as the rest of you on the other side, waiting for your chance to move in, begin to see that as the beast is moving its butt away, you can see that the lake floor is scraped away, and you can see large rock protrusions. And eventually you begin to see like small openings over there. Not enough yet to actually make your way through, but you do indeed see what seems to be some sort of cave entrance. As he begins to pull forward, it seems that Lyra's globules are also taken, but then, as you cast yours, Olam, the beast begins to look around for a moment, confused, not really sure what it is doing. It doesn't take the bait on the last ones. What do you guys do? I will look at Edge, Crowan, and Tarush first. As you guys are like concentrating on your globules, is there anything that someone of you would like to do to see if you can aid in this, as it seems that Olam doesn't quite make it?
I'm preparing a volley of crossbow bolts, but that's about my plan.
I guess I have something. I didn't want to use
I'm
this.
attached to Olam, so I can't really swim away from her.
Yeah. So Tarush, lying in wait, sighs, as he was hoping not to have to go to plan B, but it is what it is. So he puts together his hands and he starts whispering draconic words as this strange, not quite visible orb of magic appears between his two hands, and it then bursts apart as at the end of the line of lights, suddenly a large, or basically large in size stat-wise, but a bit miniaturized version of the hermit crab we're seeing, appears at the end of the trail. I have illusory creature.
Oh, snap.
It
All
appears
right.
there, a second level spell. It appears and just stands there, like being a bit territorial and aggressive. Instead of a ship, it has a shell. It's smaller than this one, but it seems to be maybe Tarush has the thought of maybe a young hermit crab, trying to challenge its elder for territory. He doesn't know much about these creatures, but he hopes it's something that also happens with them.
And what is your spell save DC?
20.
20. All right.
But illusory creature actually, unless I try to talk as the creature, generally it just seems real. Unless the hermit crab has a reason to disbelieve it.
Gotcha.
So generally he will automatically assume it's a real hermit crab, just small.
Awesome. All right. In that case, as you see the globules of light not doing its thing, you conjure this other hermit crab standing there, and you can then hear like this guttural come from the large beast as the large hermit crab begins to take a couple of steps and begins to slash out at the illusory creature.
It has an AC of 20.
AC of 20. That is a 33 to hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
with that, yeah.
That's perfect though. It doesn't matter because Tarush is holding the spells. He starts swimming already.
Yeah.
And as soon as it's hit, he just releases it and hopes the creature's confused enough that we have our chance.
And what you indeed can see is that the hermit crab takes a couple of more steps and just begins to like pounce with his large claws on the illusion as different clouds of sand begin to be sprung up, as eventually the creature stops and begins to look around, confused. But in that time, each and every one of you can make your way towards this place where it was seated. No loot, but you do indeed find an entrance as you quickly begin to swim in what seems to be like a small rocky cave. Each and every one go ahead and make another perception check, please, as you enter this space.
While we enter, Edge is just going to tap Tarush's shoulder real quick and say, "That was clever. Well done."
I'm trying to take your advice, not kill everything, as much as it pains me.
20.
Give him a second compliment.
What
20
a nice conversation.
25 on perception.
25, all right.
9.
14.
12.
12.
11.
11.
I
All
rolled
right.
a natural 1.
As the rest of you begin to swim in, quickly making your way through all of this, Tarush, your eye is caught by something that is coating the rocks here and there. The rest of you swim past, seeing it as whatever kind of slime fungus might grow here. But you do see like patches of almost how you know, like how oil has like this weird reflection where you can see sort of all the different colors within it.
Yeah.
That sort of shimmer is in slime patches around it. As you take a look at it, and this seems strange.
It's
not.
It's the stuff
not good.
again. The algae, right? I imagine.
No, this is different.
Oh.
This is an actual slime that you see here, but this seems strange. And things that are strange normally have some strange properties to it. And perhaps it's a little bit dangerous.
I mean, so yeah, Tarush. Can I first make a check to see if I maybe recognize it before I touch it? Is that would that be occultism or arcana? Maybe occultism.
Go ahead and make an occultism check for me.
Okay, sweet.
My mom's just going, no, don't touch it. Don't.
It might be dangerous or strange, so I'm going to touch it. Yeah.
No.
25, baby.
25, nice. All right, so this was very difficult because you needed a 24 for this. But
I was thinking on taking 10, but glad I didn't.
As you look at this, you flash back. Think back on the time that Zorel took the book on the aboleth, and you remember that aboleths, like these large fish creatures, not only wield mind magics, but also produce a magical, cursing, disease-ridden slime that, when touched, gets like into Cthulhu-esque sort of practices where you yourself are slowly turning into something that can only live in the water.
Oh,
Actually,
shit.
like making your skin very slimy, and when you then go outside of the water, where you are not like completely kept wet, where it will be a big problem, but also just like beginning to turn to slime is probably not something that you want to do.
All right, so Tarush screams, "Everyone stop! Do not touch this. It is dangerous if touched. Do not make contact with it with your bare skin. It is the aboleth's poisonous excretion." And then I grab 2 empty flasks and I gather some of the stuff because I see no way that this can be. I like, oh my god, it's like, what the hell? I put this in someone's tea and they're fucked for life.
Oh yeah. Just make me a quick dexterity check. real quick.
Oh, right, no. Sorry. I don't. I have the sentry do it because he's wearing waterproof gloves. So he has way less.
Yeah, and with that, he also rolled a natural 20, but it was very easy. But there's always a chance that things go awry.
Yeah.
So basically, like the DC was a simple 5. But so he grabs it and begins to like put it into a vial. So you have a couple of samples of this.
Okay,
this
I'll write
slime.
down 2 vials of aboleth
Aboleth
extraction.
slime.
Aboleth
slime.
slime. All right.
Yeah. All right, and with that, you begin to swim through this small cave, and you begin to realize that this is not a normal natural formation. As you turn through it, and eventually after 20-25 feet maybe, you see that the rock makes way for a actual stone doorway into what you believe to be a building that might have been sunk here within the lake long, long ago, or perhaps had always stood on the ocean, on the lake floor. Who knows? But you can still see like the long rusted hinges of a door that has been here, but has been removed quite a while back. Nothing left more than some old, like calcified pieces of wood that have been underwater for way, way too long. And as you begin to swim through here, you see that the walls themselves have intricate carvings on them. Just the beginnings though. as you then also quickly see that a pile of rubble has blocked your further entrance into whatever this lair of the shepherd might be. You do, however, see that as you enter this space, as you look upward, that the ceiling itself is starting as a depiction of a sort of green serpentine or reptilian or perhaps fish-like tail begins to curl across the ceiling further onward into whatever this space might be before the rubble blocks this off. And as your Lieutenant Ronin turns around and says, "All right, that seems to be the first hurdle. But this rubble is fresh. Someone does not want us in here. How do we get rid of it?" We will go ahead and take a little break.
Nice. I like the dancing light idea. That was
Yeah,
that was nice.
Good job, guys.
It was quite practical.
Yeah.
Smart thinking
Smart.
Yeah.
with the Hermit Crib.
All right.
All right.
Hermit curb.
So, in 15 minutes, we will actually enter the sunken temple of the shepherd.
Nice.
See what the hell is inside here. So, see you guys in 15 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
And we're back. So, to quickly jump back into our beautiful game of Pathfinder, last we left off, our heroes were assaulting the lair of the shepherd, the aboleth fish monster that had started to poison the city of Farwater with a disease known as the Crystal Plague. Our heroes have gathered allies and are now assaulting its lair, what seems to be a underground sunken temple within the lake known as the Formar Basin. Here, we have all of our adventurers at the ready as all y'all are beginning to storm this place. But as soon as you've entered the beginning of this underground building, as soon as you have entered this short tunnel that eventually would open up into this larger constructed space, it seems that some sort of entity has already thwarted your path, as fresh rubble has fallen down and has blocked a further entrance into whatever this space might be. So without further ado, as this entire group of 12 in total stands at the ready to assault whatever it is inside, what would you guys like to do?
Rowan would like to thoroughly search everything to the whole area to see if there's another secret passageway or anything we might have missed, because it seems unlikely that we're gonna get through the rubble.
And hello,
Tarush.
Raiders.
Oh,
the way.
nice. Hey there. And Tarush is gonna try and disbelieve the rubble. I'm projecting,
ahead.
maybe, but
Yep. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Mine is a 28.
17.
17. All right. So, as you guys walk forward and begin to take a good look at this rubble, you do know indeed that the shepherd, the aboleth that lives here within this underground lair, is capable of altering your minds. And perhaps this might very well be some sort of an illusion. But as you take a good look, this does not seem to be an illusion. This seems to be actual rubble that lays here strewn out before you.
Mm-hmm. And no secret passageway, no nothing? No lever?
Nothing that you can see here. No. You think back, Crowan, that the shepherd had somehow gleamed that you guys were coming after him today in your vision last night. And you do see indeed that the stones that lay here are new. Like he has blocked off your further entrance into whatever this might be to perhaps bide itself some more time? I don't know.
How big are the stones? Imagery? Like, can we move them can we just move them away and clear the path?
You could certainly, yes. Yeah, clearing the rubble would not be too difficult, but it would take time. So the question here is mostly like, do you guys have any clever ideas of clearing this rubble, or would it just be man hours and an effort as you guys begin to make athletics checks to see how fast you can get this away?
Yeah. I don't think I want our team to waste a spell blowing up the rubble, so I'm just gonna start moving the stones.
All right.
Yeah, if we do like a little train situation where we just pass it to the person behind us, we should be able to clear it quite quickly.
Very well.
Okay.
All right. So when that is going on, I would like each and every one of you to go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Also
please.
for the sentry.
For the sake of this, we will just use the actual characters to see how well this goes. They are just like side characters. If we're going to do like all these checks, I didn't do perception checks for them either when you guys were swimming outside.
That's
It's
fair.
your game.
Well,
So,
maybe we're allowed to interpose because my sentry is a lot better at athletics than Tarush's. Tarush will like.
For the sake of making things easier for the entire endeavor of whatever is going on here, this will just be your checks for now.
Fair enough.
Okay. I have 19.
I have a 17.
17?
15.
15, all right.
17.
17, nice. And do we have a Maxine?
Jacques?
I did see his eyes move.
That's
What is
true.
your
What did you say?
athletics?
Athletics.
Athletics.
That's very true. Oh, I've a 19 actually.
Nice.
Alright. So those are pretty high rolls. Like,
Yeah.
you got for like simple like moving rocks about. You don't have to roll freaking 20s. Like, if all of you are rolling a DC of 15 or higher, then this goes quite easily actually.
Nice.
So
We're
as
also
you guys-
underwater, so it moves easier than it would.
So you quickly, together with every one of your companions here, begin to quickly move the rubble out of the way. And as this is going on, you guys do take like a minute or like, I would say like 10 to 15 minutes to clear everything out before you get like a good nice hole to go through. And while this is going on, like around the 5 to 7 minute mark, you do eventually hear the entire space where you are begin to rumble for a moment, as you see like those telltale signs of a little bit of dust from cracks in the ceiling begin to trickle down. All of you look at each other for a moment, swallow, and quickly continue, not really knowing what the hell that is, but beginning to realize that whatever the aboleth is doing in there, probably better to be quick. However,
Okay.
as you guys eventually clear the rubble, the actual temple is laid out before you, or at least a large part of it. What you guys see here is the following. Oop. There we go.
Oh, we got some subscribers coming in.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
2 of them so far.
Nice.
Ooh.
Cool, yeah.
Lovely.
Can I just say I love our animation? Oh, number 3.
My God.
Yay.
Activate the
Who do we
name.
have here? Amunra. Oh my god. Amunra just gifted another 10 subs to each and every one of these lovely people. So thank you so much for those gifted subs, Amunra. You are a beautiful person, and it is very nice of you to
Damn.
just squander all of that hard-earned cash on our stream.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
We love
Seriously.
you.
With
I
that being
love that
said,
he's like, he gets paid and immediately squanders it on us. He's such a
No.
sweetheart.
Hey, this isn't squandering. This is
Yeah, okay.
a wise
He
investment.
supports us.
Why is
It's
he
like
back?
Yay.
NFTs, you know?
No, we're better than NFTs. You can actually touch us.
so
Uh,
as the rubble is cleared, you guys take a look and see here that you are indeed in what seems to be an old, long forgotten, sunken temple. Seeing, and as you guys will move through this area further on, you will realize that this space was not meant to be underwater. Like, you can see that a lot of these places have water damage in them. This is not like a temple that the aboleth actually lived in. You can actually see that normal humanoids, or at least those shapes and sizes, would walk through here.
Okay.
As you take a couple of steps inward, you can see that long serpentine tail that you saw on the ceiling is like one large motif that continues over the entirety of this one long hallway that turns all the way back into a large set of now long rusted copper double doors, giving this beautiful like indigo coloration towards it. What you can see as you take a couple of steps inward is that the walls themselves are beautifully carved in all different kinds of murals depicting all different kinds of spell casting. You see depictions of wizards like lifting up gigantic pieces of rock, evocation magics in swirling, powerful elemental blasts, different people duplicating themselves through other certain ways. This seems to be a temple dedicated to magic itself in some certain way, shape, or form. As this visage is thrown upon all of you, you take a couple of steps, or well, you swim a couple of strokes, and you begin to see that long ago this has already fallen to ruin. You see different pieces of seaweed have cropped up, small fish-like creatures make their way to their homes in here, and you see in this one first greeting hall, if you will, with two large pillars, one on each side, that on one side these similar crystal protrusions that you have seen the aboleth cultivate, so to speak, begin to grow over there.
Okay. I suggest that we send one person, maybe me, up front to activate all the traps, and the rest is just follows back, I guess. Just have one
Sounds good.
person to lead and try not to get killed by the traps, and then basically see what happens.
Smart. In that
Sounds good.
sense, I use detect magic and sustain it to do something similar for magical traps. Might I make a suggestion? No, in character.
Crowan, I appreciate what you're doing, but perhaps Jack could summon a creature and send it ahead.
That also works.
That would work, but wouldn't we want to save my creatures for like, so let's say a boss fight?
The same with Crowan's life. It's a consideration. The two of you might decide. Might decide what the better choice is.
No, we don't have time to debate this. I'll go. So
Wait. I can help. Let me have a quick look, because I can actually. I have two animals actually, because Jesse also carries one. I am only.
To interrupt, this might be a good point to use a protection spell scroll on Crowan.
oh yeah, we have 10 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
how long does a protection spell last?
1 minute, I believe.
1 minute.
Oh.
Like 1 minute is not a lot. 1 minute will basically get you through one encounter, be it an actual combat encounter or an area where trappage might be indeed.
So if there are traps going on, he can just like swim straight ahead and at least trigger them with a +1 to his defenses.
I'll be fine. I don't need no protection scrolls. No, Cronin is basically in character trying to say, let's save up on the scrolls. Maybe there are no traps. He already blocked the way off. Maybe we'll be fine. I'll keep an eye out. And so basically Cronin's gonna go forward in the center of the room.
If you know
I can actually cast like something that swims.
Yeah, but we don't want to waste your spells yet, because we might need them all later. So let's just hope there's no traps. I'm doing it. Let's go.
All right.
I'm going there.
Okay, so as Crowan, you begin to swim forward. I would like you to indeed make a perception check for me.
Ooh, 26.
26. Very nice. As you begin to swim forward, you see that a couple of bunches of seaweed that have grown on each of the two pillars begins to shimmer slightly. Perhaps it is because your eyes as a guard have been trained very well. Perhaps it is because you do somehow feel a kind of connection with the shepherd through your visions. But you realize before you actually get to where you are right now that there are two illusions, one placed right here and one placed right there. It looks like actual pieces of seaweed that have grown on these places, but you realize that both of them are actually illusion-based magics that hide whatever else might be there, and they are like on the they're pointing inwards basically. So they are on this side of the pillar and on this side of the other pillar.
Okay, there's 2 illusions, probably hiding something.
Yeah, you see basically illusion, like you see seaweed that is an illusion. You realize that it is an illusion. You can't see what's actually there because you still can see that it is a seaweed and it blocks.
Do I know that the illusion can be dispelled if I like shoot a crossbow at it?
You don't know it, but you could certainly try.
Well,
I'm gonna try it.
Tarush does know.
No. Okay, so Tarush, would it help if I shoot a crossbow through this illusion, see what happens?
Let me. No need to waste a bolt.
And I use electric arc to hit both of them at the same time.
All right. So with that, I am, even though electric arc doesn't. Oh wait, electric arc. No, it's a saving throw, right? Even though it doesn't work normally like this, I will ask you to go ahead and make a spell attack roll for me because
That's
you're
fair.
attacking objects with it.
Oh wow, rolling pretty high except for this session. 27.
27, nice. All right, so with that, as you swim outward, the 2 dragons of your staff coalescing together, each one seems to target one of these illusions.
Not carrying my staff,
bolts.
this is coming from my hands.
Power! And you do indeed see that your electricity travels very, very fast and very, very easily through these waters as it finds these 2 illusions. And as they hit them, you see them shimmer for a moment, and from behind them, 2 bursts of very small crystalline shards begin to jetten outward and float in a cloud just in front of you, covering the entire area between the 2 pillars. And as a moment passes, eventually all the crystal shards begin to float downward, no longer being able to affect the likes of you with this trap-like contraptions.
Good job, Crowan.
Good
The
start.
way was blocked. There's not gonna be traps. It's a bad guy. He knows we're coming. Just gonna be lousy with traps. Sorry, continue. Just had to say that out loud.
Okay, so Kron is gonna move on forward to the next hall, I guess, like the next corridor, I mean,
All right.
towards there, and wait for the rest.
Yeah, Tarush tries to stay, I would say maybe 2 squares away behind Crowan with his sentry next to him, while he's casting detect magic. He has the sentry hold his candle.
Yeah.
I don't know what the light situation is here, by the way.
Oh, the light situation is it is completely dark. So
Okay.
you will indeed need to take your own light sources with you.
Maybe someone does dancing lights again? Ahead
I
of
think
Crowan?
dancing lights and then just as far as we can.
All right.
So 120 feet.
Maybe Olam and Jack, and then Jack throws them as far away as possible, and Olam a bit ahead of Crowan, because Crowan doesn't have dark vision, does he?
No,
Or low light, even.
no, I haven't. I am a human.
Yeah, exactly.
Human.
So, would you be okay
Yeah,
with
I'll do
that?
it.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So then we have 2 dancing lights, one all the way as far as Jack can cast them. One, I guess, within
Around
reasonable
Crowan.
distance of Crowan ahead of him, and then Tarush behind him with an ever-burning candle and detect magic.
All right.
Yeah.
Spellcasting or trap-seeking convoy here.
Yeah.
Tarush, as you begin to move through this space together with the rest of you, all of the seafloor snipers, the guards that you have with you, have their crossbows or their harpoon guns at the ready as they slowly begin to swim forward with their flippers on the backside, so they can easily make their way through the water. You cast your detect magic, the globules of light illuminating your area, the water cold and still. You can actually feel the tension in the air here, and you can sense it. As you cast your detect magic, there are 2 things that you realize. First off, the murals that you see here are lightly enchanted. You sense some sort of illusion-based magic upon them, and as you inspect them a little bit closer, you realize that these murals were created by magic and are basically polished with a little bit of illusion magic to keep them popping even after long ago. Because you do realize that this place is ancient. And next to that, you begin to see in these murals the different depictions of certain sigils are made there. What languages do you speak?
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where's the list again on my character sheet? Oh, wait, I didn't have it on my character sheet. I have it in my other file. Scroll. I really love it when you ask me this because, like, it allows me to say common, celestial, abyssin, infernal, primordial, elvish, dwarven, orcish, goblin.
Goblin. All right. Nope.
In that case, I have comprehend language prepared because I figured going into old ruins, need to know language. Let me check the duration on that just for later. But yeah, I cast comprehend languages or language.
Same question for Jack though, because you're also a wizard, so you should also know a lot of languages. Perhaps you do have the one in your repertoire.
I know some languages. It's common, Orcish, and Goblin actually.
Okay, only those. You sure? Because as a wizard, you should know a lot of other languages as well, I think. But we'll get to that later.
I think I forgot some that I'm underwater, but maybe when I get above water, let's say like in next session, I might know.
Language is difficult underwater, indeed.
Maybe you've researched abyssin after this session, you know?
Yeah, I found my book again and Duolingo in the meantime, and
Your sound keeps cutting out.
Yeah,
Maxine.
your sound cuts out.
that's terrible. Actually, no, is it still?
No,
No longer.
Right now,
I'm just talking weird, probably.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
aren't we all?
Could you turn your camera a bit downwards? Your mouth is cut off by your name tag. There we go. Perfect.
That's why.
Yeah, I think that might
now,
be it.
now you can understand me. Actually.
When the mouth cuts off, the sound cuts off, of course. No, but as you guys make your way, you see these glyphs, Tarush, and you do know them a little bit. You just can't put your finger on it. So you cast comprehend languages. In that moment, Lyra is also swimming next to you with her own dancing light spell on, and she actually says, "This is draconic, but not normal draconic." And as you cast your comprehend language spell, you do indeed understand these actual glyphs. They are very primal, very simple, quote unquote, ancient draconic, and they are all very fundamental. You see, and you can actually recognize these glyphs because they are almost similar to the ones that the Cerulean Circle uses to depict their different schools of magic. Like the draconic symbol for abjuration, the draconic symbol for evocation. And here you see them on these murals in a way more primal form, ancient. And you now with your comprehend languages, you can understand them. Lyra needs to decipher them with great effort. You can actually do that through your magics right now. And you see like a wizard depiction with like 4 different storms of all the 4 elements: fire, wind, earth, water, all twirling around with like evocation. You see a person with like 1 wizard with 2 behind it, with 3 behind that, with 4 behind that, at infinitum with conjuration as he is cloning himself. You see another person as a 1 soul wizard stands over a city as an entire tidal wave comes crashing down, but is halted by some sort of abjuration, as you see that sigil there. And you begin to go further and further. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Yes.
That is 7 plus 8, 15.
15? All right. I can't give you a lot then, but I can give you this. As you begin to swim through here, there are a couple of words that you see a couple of times repeated. It is... You're not sure if it is like a title or like a name or perhaps just like a phrase that is used here, because like it's really difficult to get like this ancient draconic in context. You're trying to decipher an old language that is no more. But the words provenance of power, keep appearing again and again.
Can I make a... I have lore academia.
Sure, make me one.
I feel like this might be appropriate. That is a natural 19 on lore academia.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Fair enough. So I look around at everyone.
I believe this might have been a center of learning for the first wizards not belonging to Dragonkind. I need some time, but anything that looks magical or like a magical stone, please refer me to it.
And I swim around, especially to the crystals at the eastern side of the map. But I kind of just swim around as Crowan is going ahead, doing whatever. Tarush deviates from the group and just starts detect magicking really anything in the room, hoping he might actually find something of a soulstone here. Or something to the Draconic Age related for his uncle.
Go ahead and make another perception check for me real quick.
Alright. And we have a 16-24.
24. Right now, as you also get like the device out and begin like to cast the actual the extra like detect magic spell to search for these soul stones, one of your assignments from your guild that you are looking for, you don't find any pulses, but you are a very perceptive person as it comes to power, Tarush. You are a seeker. You are a person that is out here to seek artifacts for the Cerulean Circle.
Not just least... personal motivation, but literally my job.
No. But it is your job. So you do have like this... Normal people wouldn't get this, but you have this slight tingle in the back of your mind, like... Not here, but close though. Somewhere within this temple, there might actually be something of worth to you.
Nice. Perfect. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I guess the rest, Crowan and the rest, keep going.
Alright, so Crowan, you keep up the protection spell and quickly make your way through. Like, Tarush, he takes a couple of moments, but you know that your protection spell only lasts for so long. So you go on. Go ahead and make me another perception check real quick.
Okay. Let's go. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Nice. For the sake of this, with a natural 20, I will tell you this. In this hallway right here, and in this hallway right here, and in this hallway way at the end, you will be able to spot these same things. For like the point of like swiftness of the session, we can already like just scratch those off. You are capable of finding each and every trap here in this corridor that the shepherd has laid out for you. Your guard eyes see all, and you are capable of dispatching them without much effort.
Stop right there, criminal trap.
No. So eventually, Tarush, while you are still researching this, and the rest of you, Lyra is also very interested in these draconic runes, trying to ascertain what they are. After a couple of minutes, Crowan can already like come back to all of you and make sure that everything is clear, and you guys can continue wherever you would like to go.
I mean,
Crowan's gonna think. If Diabolik considers itself a god, I do not think it would go to the sides, but it would think going straight up is probably the best chance of finding him.
I think the hallway ends at the end, though?
Yes, you see right here, there's like a large set of double doors, completely blocking off that whole 10 feet corridor with these beautiful large rusted copper doors. Right now, you see guys still haven't been all the way over there yet, so you haven't really seen what they're all about. But
consider it like this, Crowan. You've successfully disarmed all of the traps laid so far. But what if one of the side rooms contain allies to Diaboleth? It knows we're coming. It will have prepared whatever it can to help us help it, and we do not want to be flanked. I say we check each of the rooms.
Do we have time for that though?
We
He
have
has
to.
sped up his actions. He is doing something right now.
I doubt. I get your point, but I doubt the minutes will matter. And if they do, we might have already lost.
What does the rest think?
I think we should definitely check the chambers. We don't want to be swarmed by enemies. I'd rather know where they are. Also, are we going to take care of this crystal?
Is there not a way to block the chambers so that they won't go open again? We don't have to check them out, but we can close them, maybe.
Okay.
I only
Well,
brought the one rope and it's around us.
Well, I am willing to sacrifice this rope. I have one as well. We can use that on the other door.
I prefer we check it. If not only for enemies, then for... Oh, what did I do there? Sorry,
Cool.
Abe, I don't know how I did that.
okay. So apparently we want to disable. Sorry. So the pack wants to disable any portions of friends in the rooms.
Yeah.
So let's move on and try to disable it as fast as possible.
I say we do a systematic check, and I mean out of character, like we're probably potentially missing out on a lot of loot if we skip the chambers, but in character it makes so much sense to make sure there are no enemies there, because
Check the corners.
and Tarush really wants to make sure he has scoured every inch of the temple
Okay.
for loot.
So,
So Tarush is gonna push this.
Corin's going to go check the first room on the right, I guess.
All right. So, Crone, as you take a look here, you do see that there is this old draconic writing on the top. And as Lyra begins to try and decipher Tarush, you take a look and you can actually read.
Yeah, I checked. Comprehend language lasts for an hour.
For an hour. Nice. That's going to be very handy. You take a look and it reads Halls of Refocus.
All right. I relay this to the party.
Of refocus.
Refocus, yes. Perhaps a meditation site of some sort?
Can I open the door?
The doors are wooden, but have long been underwater, and as you swim towards them, you push them, and both hinges begin to break open.
Okay, well, luckily I have a crowbar!
You can easily open it up. As you see here that you are greeted by another hallway.
I say we change his name to Crowbar Crowan.
I thought we did that already.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
That's the left. I think Crowan wanted to go to the right.
Oh, was it to the right?
Yeah, I wanted to go to the right, yeah.
Then it didn't read Halls of Refocus.
Well, let's say we went into left. That
doesn't matter much. Yeah.
The right says Halls of Nourishment.
Okay. But let's go on refocus first. Let's go ahead.
All right. And the refocus area shows you a solitary hallway, which seems to open up in in 6 different places into smaller chambers. Right over there.
Probably sleeping quarters, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like a very difficult way of saying these are sleeping quarters. Yes.
And I'll just check.
Toilets.
I'll just check if everything's empty and then move on.
Yeah, and Tarush will follow Crowan with his wand of specific detect magic active.
Very well. And as you begin to walk into this small hallway, you begin to see that, well, first off, all 3 of you go ahead and make a perception check. Sorry, all 2 of you go ahead and make a perception check.
Anyone else coming?
Also known as both of you.
Oh,
Well, I think we're good.
second 16, so 24.
13.
13, all right. Now that you have this pulse, Tarush, you do begin to pinpoint that somewhere like to the north is where you will eventually find what you are looking for. but not in these living quarters. You do, however, see that there are a couple of empty rooms right over here, and you do see that in some of them you still see like the remains of whatever person might have lived here through like small holes that the wear and tear of the ages have brought towards these rooms. With your perceptions, you also realize that this room right over here, the one in the middle down area, has different crystal protrusions also growing out of different places. Not really knowing where they come from, but sorry, what was your perception checks again?
24.
24. All right. Then Tarush, you also see that the water coming from that one chamber with the crystals is like humming, and you have seen different kinds of these crystals being unstable, like ready to explode and inflict harm. You even know an actual spell that does these sorts of things.
Yeah.
But these crystals seem to be buzzing with energy in there.
All right. In that case, I make a little motion for Kerwin and Ronan to stay back just a bit as I create this electric arc, and in this sense, a bit more of a literal arc as it turns around the corner and goes inside to try and hit the crystals.
All right. As you cast a electric arc, you can still perceive these humming crystals, and you can actually hear that the electricity enters them, but the humming continues. Go ahead and make an occultism check for me, please.
14.
Ugh. 14. What was it again with these crystals? Electricity didn't really seem to work that well.
Tarush is already thinking ahead in that sense. I don't really want to, but I have to. Oh wait, I have the spell scroll. Let's use that one. So I grab one of the spell scrolls, the one for ignite fireworks, and I start reading the words and the runes on the scroll, and I hold out my hand, and these fireworks erupt from it. Yeah.
I do not think that you will do that, because I do believe that all fire-based things are not usable underwater.
Ignite fireworks is fire and sonic, so the fire portion will be negated, I imagine. Or
sure.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. I mean, you're spending a spell scroll on this. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
I'm very glad, because I learned this spell, and if I was like studying for 3 hours at night and this spell didn't work on the water, Jack would have been very mad at Tarush.
Right. So Tarush, as you what is the range on this spell? Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I muted myself. Ignite fire works. Oh no, come back. There we go. The range is 60 feet.
60 feet. All right. And I'm going to take a little bit of liberty in interpreting that when you said like, "Hey guys, stay back," then you yourself would also stay back from where
as far as possible. Yeah, 60 feet. Yeah.
Right. So with that, as you cast the spell, let's see, ignite fireworks.
Yeah. So
what does it do?
It does 1d8 sonic damage in this case within a 10-foot burst, and if they fail a save, they are also dazzled or take double damage on a critical failure.
Hell yeah. So for the sake of this, as you cast the spell Ignite Fireworks, you turn it towards it through a couple of cracks in this one chamber. You enter it, and there you ignite your fireworks. The fire goes out immediately, but still, the sonic vibrations do indeed travel through it. And with it, the fireworks seem to ignite a chain reaction, as with it, and the entire temple begins to rumble as a hefty explosion emanates from that one room. And as the dust settles, you see that, well, first off, the entire wall has blown out.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get that out a little bit. So for the sake of this, I will go ahead and reveal to you what is all the way over there.
Over there?
There we go. Over there. All right.
Small skeleton guys.
There we go. Whoop. Yeah, there have been some people lying dead here for quite a while now already. All right, there we go. Right over there. And then I need to take this piece away. There we
Is
go.
it possible for you to add map on the left side? Because I cannot scroll further
on
to
the
the
left
left.
side? Oh, no, I'm afraid not.
Oh, then I'll just zoom
Sorry.
in. No worries.
So with that, all of these crystals are completely blown away. And with that, I would like each and every one that is standing there, so basically all of our heroes except for Jack, to go ahead and make a perception check to see what is there in the rubble still.
23.
17.
17,
25.
25.
Yes! Natural 20. 28.
Ooh. Oh, okay, that will be very nice.
For me, it's a
yeah.
natural 1. I'm not
Oh,
moving.
It makes sense because you're on the other side of the door. Like the rest of the Silver Sentinels, your guards are standing there. Buddy and
for
Lyra
body.
is also standing there.
Yeah.
And
Battle.
as the dust eventually settles slowly in these murky waters, all of you begin to rummage through and see what you can find. First off, I will say Edge with your 25. As you take a look, the skeleton that was laying there also had all these crystal protrusions coming from its body. You guys have seen this before. If someone dabbles too much within the echoes of power, eventually calcification might set in. It seems that this corpse still had these crystal protrusions going from it. But on it, still intact, you find one key. A large copper, completely now rusted over key that is like hefty and seems to remind you of the large door at the very end of this long hallway. With your natural 20, Tarush, I will give you something else. Normally, because of the way that you guys got rid of these crystals, everything would have been blown up. But as you begin to walk through this place, you do find, miraculously, that one small vial has survived all of this. And as you take it up, you see that it still has the label on it, completely ancient in these same draconic runes that you now can read. And it says, Mana Potion, and then as a subtitle it says, First Sphere of Influence, which you can translate to game mechanics as Mana Potion, first level spell slot.
Yeah, so I get a first level spell back if I drink it. Nice. Alright. Excellent. I pocket it. I don't really mention it otherwise, but I give the big lime green key to whoever wants it.
Well, we said Edge was the one that found that with the 25.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Don't
With
try to
that,
pocket everything for yourself, Tarush.
with that, Lyra also sees this happening and puts 1 and 2 together and says, Crowan. Oh, and Crowan is gone. And he's gone.
Crowan died. Bye, Crowan.
Swear this happens every session. At least once.
Yeah.
a session, yeah.
Bingo. This doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, we need to figure that out for
Next one.
Yeah, to make it less happeny.
Less happening, yeah.
Lyra eventually asks you, Crowan, what was at the end of this hallway? What did you see at that door? And for now, I will go ahead and let you make a retroactive perception check to see what you could find when you got out of the way over there.
24.
24. You saw indeed that that these large doors, now completely rusted, still intact, were blocked by a little bit of these crystal protrusions, but also 4 different keyholes were set within them. Each one depicted as like the place where one of these 4 wizards hold its hand up. So you had like 4 depictions of these small wizards, each one within their hand as they hold it up like one keyhole. And now it seems you have found one of these keys to one of these wizards.
Oh,
Yay,
and
mini quest.
just so happens there's 4 doors, right? Or any more?
Psych! Do you
I
mean
think they're
Wouter
all
put
4
in
behind
basic
one
game
door.
mechanics?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I think all 4 of them are behind this one door.
can
Yeah,
you
fair.
summarize that one more time? I was busy with things.
There are 4 depictions of wizards, and all have a key. Each have a keyhole. So it probably needs 4 keys.
Well, guess my dream of searching every room is gonna come true.
Yeah. So let's go, and I'm trying to move towards the right side and opening the door.
It's a fucking
Alright.
Legend of Zelda dungeon here.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want you guys to explore an actual temple and see all of the different lore implications of it, I also need to put in some basic game mechanics so you guys actually have a reason to go there.
Yeah, because if you had left it up to me, we would have gone straight through, and
And the four leaders of this temple were the one that could go all the way to the back to. What? I don't know.
Wait a second. Are we in Hogwarts?
I don't know.
Is this Hogwarts, Wouter?
As you open the Halls of Nourishment door, Crowan, once again the hinges with your crowbar give way as one of the two large doors slowly drifts downward and exits on the seafloor. The second one also. The first thing that hits you is that whatever was lying here has been lying here for a long, long time, and the refuse has left a hefty smell. As it just assaults your nostrils as you begin to slowly but surely breathe the water/air where you guys find yourself in. So that is nice.
Okay.
As you see a depiction of what you believe to be some sort of mess hall, which I am going to try and depict for you if my software wants to work with me. Thank you very much, software. I appreciate it very much. God damn it, it's the wrong one. Here we go. All right, and there, and then we do this, and then we do this, and then we have boop. There we go. So yeah, you still see a couple of tables, the wood completely petrified after being underwater for so long. You see a large pile of rubble and refuse in the lower right corner. A couple of barrels and crates still seem to be semi-intact, and you see the remains of some skeletal figures as the wizard robes that they wore long ago have completely been annihilated by whatever kind of creatures found their way into here to live.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Slowly but carefully move in and check the corpses.
All right. As you take a couple of steps and begin to check the first corpse, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
I'm gonna use the feral search so I can basically take my time to just really check that I don't get run up for a +2. And that is 28.
28. Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice. As you begin to take a look and you look at the first corpse, looking for these different keys to quickly make your way towards the final chamber and confront the shepherd, hopefully. As you take a couple of steps, that is where Edge and Olam are right now. Tarush, Jack, are you guys also coming with, or?
Tarush is still doing. Oh, sorry. I'm trying multiple things at the same time. Tarush is basically still behind Crowan, still using his wand to find soulstones.
Very well.
And Rosie is basically somewhere behind, yeah.
Assume this is my default until we start fighting bad guys.
Gotcha.
Jack
All right.
will probably join in. Just have a quick look around.
Look-see.
All right. Then, for the sake of this, we will say that the rest of y'all are also just following suit. So let me put you right over there, and then right over there. There we go. Because, Crowan, as you were standing there, you take a good look at the corpse, but you also see, from the corner of the rubble, a couple of bubbles begin to appear as you take a look over there, and you see that the rubble slowly begins to move a little bit.
Let's fight some scum.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, Crowan, real quick.
Okay.
To see if you
Ooh,
can,
that's nice. Natural 19, so that's at least 19, and it's gonna be a total of 12. Math is hard. 26.
26, all right. In that case, as you see Tarush walking forward, you quickly put your hand up as to warn him not to come any closer, as the whole group stops for a moment, as you see one, two, three different creatures just rummaging through the refuse. For a moment, you see a glimpse of a maw full of teeth. You see some sort of yellow slithering appendage. They haven't seen you yet.
I say we nuke him.
I gesture to the whole group, basically, follow my lead, basically. They're here, crossbow, shoot. And that's
All right.
gesturing, basically.
These
And
are the
so-
first things I teach newborns.
Yeah.
All right.
Sign
Now,
language.
for the sake of this, I need you all to go ahead and make stealth checks as part of your initiative.
Okay, so I keep my 19 or my
Yeah, you
26?
can. You can keep your 19. That's a nice roll. Go ahead and keep that one.
Okay, nice.
What's that roll?
14.
Right. Just give me a moment. I need to give all y'all turns.
14.
Have you
Stop
considered
it.
to shut the fuck up?
Hey,
A little bit.
don't tease at the
Perception?
end.
Do we do perception?
No, stealth.
Stealth.
No.
Because
I have
as
a
part of
plus
this
9
initiative-
on stealth, but I rolled a 2, so I have an 11.
I also have a 9 on stealth.
I have a
That's-
6 on
There
stealth.
we go.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 26 in total.
But Wouter
Killing
said,
my
wait.
thunder
Here.
guy.
Using
Yeah,
another
Wouter,
die.
are you
I'm
ready
not
yet?
yet doing anything with it.
No.
Okay, so Crowan,
Yeah?
what is your stealth check?
26.
26. Edge, what is your stealth check?
11.
11.
11.
Olam, what is your stealth check?
16.
16. Trush,
14.
did you say
Wouter?
5? Okay, 5.
Fair enough.
No, just kidding. Jack,
26.
26. Lyra had a roll that she needed to make. Oh, damn, natural 19. For a total of, I'm not sure if she's trained in stealth, though. Oh, she is. 20 fucking 9, bitches. Hell yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Ooh, we also have Buddy, of course. Buddy.
Buddy.
For, oh,
Ooh,
damn,
Buddy.
rolling really high. 15 on the die for a total of, he is now a crystal priest. So that means he has a +5 for a total of 20.
I mean,
Nice.
I feel like we are gods. We have uplifted this silly, semi-sentient creature into priesthood, into
And you
magic.
wanted to lead him to die.
Yeah, and I still do, but you know,
Fuck you. He's our
That's-
buddy. He
the
saved your
Pantheon-
life.
the pantheon is multifaceted. You know, we need a bad guy, so we are gods.
Well, it seems that a little bit of logic has found its way into the session because you guys rolled really high and 2 of them rolled really low. Oh, wait, of course, who can forget the most important part of this initiative order of all, the artifacts.
Oh, damn.
Of course, is always going to be there to aid and to fuck you over. So, as you guys stand here, I will give you this, because basically each and every one, except for one of these monsters, has a lower perception than you. You guys can go ahead and position yourself in a way that you want within this encounter. So you can basically sneak inside real quick.
Where were they again? I forgot. Oh, there.
Right there.
Okay.
Olam, we can be a maximum of 40 feet away from each other because we're tied.
I am fine if we got loose now.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
like from like the 5-foot square of Tarush and one above him, like those would be the places where you at least want to be, I think, right? Because you want to be in the room so you have line of sight and that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Rather than that, like you could guys like sneakily go over here to find a nice vantage point or whatever you want.
I'm just gonna be a tank and go as close as possible and try to attack them when I can. Oh wait, we have -2 if we fight, right? So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go for the vantage point right here. Here.
Yeah, I've chosen my position as well.
Okay.
Wouter, did you put the map settings to Pathfinder? Like you can put the distance settings to either D&D
really?
or Pathfinder. Yeah, if you go to the settings for the map, and then you go to like the... I'm not sure what it's called. I can't access it, but you can choose between D&D or 3.5/Pathfinder.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Pathfinder 3.5 compatible.
Yeah, there you go.
And save settings.
Nice. So now the distance will be correct for the game we are playing.
Very nice, very nice.
When people are doing what we are doing.
All right, so guys, also take your companions with you, right?
Yeah.
We have Lyra and Buddy.
Let's go.
Wait, I have the wrong one. This one's mine.
Which one's mine?
All right. So, as you guys have taken your positions, we will go ahead and start this.
I'm giving you Haldir. I'm giving you Haldir.
Nice, I wanted to pick him as well.
No,
So
Haldir was the blue guy that Edge wanted.
I thought that was Phalar.
Nope, Phalar is the wood elf.
I'll take Phalar.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Doesn't really matter all that much.
I'll
But
take the scraps.
I'm going to put him above me. You know.
Lyra still at the ready whispers towards you, Tarush. Let's see if we can ambush them and save our powers for when it's really necessary. And
What did
she
you
goes
say?
ahead, and as the one at the front of the initiative order, she will go ahead and just cast electric arc on these motherfuckers. So 2 of these rubbish beasts will need to go ahead and make a saving throw, which is going to be a 17. So that's a fail on both of them. So Lyra can go ahead and roll
Dommage.
2d4. 6 plus 4 equals 10 points of damage to each of them already at the top of the round. So with that, as Lyra picks up her staff and the electrical energy begins to crackle around it, you see the rubbish heap form up, and for a moment you see one of these beasts protruding its head. You see a weird looking beast, yellow skin, 3 feet, 1 large fin across it, and from all 3 sides, 3 large tentacles emerge as one gaping maw of teeth of this aqua-like Otiok is at the ready to wreak havoc on whatever enters its beautiful lair of filth and disease. But before it can do so, the electric arc bursts out, and now all 3 of them emerge from their hidey holes in filth to vanquish whatever has gone into their territory.
Nice.
With
So
that,
question,
yes.
do the sentries count as a minion? Like, do we need to spend 1 action to give them 2? Or do they
No.
just get their turn on ours?
They just get their turn. I was like, I can
Okay.
go ahead and basically go play this game by my lonesome while I control 20 different people and you only yourself. But I was like, nah, you guys can control these NPCs as well. That's to be fair.
I have a initiative of 26, not 16.
Oh, excuse me. What are your dex scores?
1 plus 1.
Plus 1?
Same.
Same? Alright. Then who wants to go first? Jack or Crone?
Can I shoot? Shoot.
Crone can go first.
Goes
Okay.
first?
With Ronan then, I guess, as well.
Yes. But
So, yeah.
let me check real quick. Yada yada yada. Yes. As these beasts have emerged from their hidey hole, you can see that the filth begins to waft off of them. And as you get your crossbow ready and begin to and try to shoot, the stench actually begins to attack your very nostrils. So I need you to go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw.
12.
12, all right. So as this hits you, oh my god, this is the worst. You are sickened 1 and slowed 1 for the same duration. So while you are still sickened, yada yada yada. Okay, yeah. So right now you are sickened 1 and also slowed 1. So while you are sickened, you lose 1 of your actions.
Okay.
So you only have 2 actions now, as like the stench is making you nauseous, and with
Okay.
it you are unable to focus completely on what you were doing right now.
And what does slow do again? Just half movement?
No, slowed means that you are slowed 1, so you lose 1 action each turn.
Oh, that was slowed. And second is
Yeah.
so
Minus
second
1 on
means-
everything.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But sickened is a very specific condition because you can retch, you can basically throw up, and then you will feel better. So you can use an action to try and get rid of the sickened condition.
Don't.
throw up
You're wearing a
underwater.
mask.
Also that. Yeah.
I'll just keep the second and just shoot once, and if I and then change to my 2 double daggers.
Okay.
So 1 shot with a crossbow is on a. I think it's a 19, and it's flat-footed because it hasn't taken an action yet. So it's. I'm gonna double check on the 19. Yeah, it's a 19 total on the
Alright,
heavy crossbow.
Then because of your nice roguishness and because it's still flat-footed, that does make it a hit. So go ahead and roll damage on that one.
And it's
Have to
within
put
6 squares, so sneak attack damage?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, nice precision damage. As you see the beast come up and you don't see any eyes or whatever, but you do manage to shoot the arrow right in its forehead. As it...
That is that's not so good. 6 damage only.
6 points of damage. All right.
Yeah, and basically I switch up to my double daggers because I expect them to go into melee, and Ronan is gonna shoot his crossbow. That is, I think his crossbow was a lot, so that's also a hit. Let's see, he rolled an 18 plus. But is it a critical success? That's my question actually.
Oh.
Because let's see. 18 plus 10, so 28.
28. I'm afraid that the Otiok is not flat-footed to Ronan, so it is still a normal hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, still a normal hit. Okay, so I didn't check how much damage he made. He did damage 1d8 plus 3. Okay. I have to put out all my dice. 9 damage.
9 points of damage, and he also needs to make a fortitude save because he is also in the stench.
I rolled an 11, which is for him 21.
21. All right, so he luckily is not sickened.
Okay, great.
By the way, I am going to put like a nice little icon. What does the sickened condition look like? Let's see.
Green.
Green? Yeah. All right.
Something
so you got
green.
a green dot.
Okay.
You got a green dot. You're sickened.
Okay, so he took the front one took 15 damage in total.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Right. I do believe that Ronan still has other actions next to this.
He's gonna reload and shoot again, I guess.
Yeah, his crossbow does have reload 1, so he needs to reload and shoot again. So he can shoot.
Yeah,
one
so
more
he's just
time.
gonna do that.
And after that, we have you on deck, Jack. So make sure you also look at your archer sentry on how to use that guy.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
And it does just a minimum damage of 4.
4 points of damage. All right. But still, though, the ambush is underway. Jack, how are you doing today?
We start the music.
Pretty good.
Oh, I will.
I have a plan, I believe. So I'm gonna start off first as Jack myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna cast, and I hope this kind of like entraps them a bit as well. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on one of them.
Alright.
So I'm gonna make a spell attack roll.
Right now, the top one is being focused fired by both by Lyra and Jack. And Crowan and Ronan.
In that case, I take the lower left one.
Oh, you're not going to focus? You're going to target the other one?
Yeah, I'm going to target the other one.
Okay.
Because I rolled a net 20.
Oh, damn!
Equating to a 30.
Nice. Yeah, that's a critical hit. Hell yeah.
Well, in that case, let me have a quick look. It does twice d4 plus my spellcaster modifier. So that's 1 plus 5 plus. Let me have a look. So it is 13 points of damage. And
Nice.
the target also takes a minus 10 foot status penalty to its speed for 1 round.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah. After which I use shield myself just to keep myself safe. And then we're off to my sentry actually.
All right.
And I think my sentry will just take position and start a ranged attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also have like I'm not sure what you want to do, but you also have like the ability that you can use 2 actions to get like a nicer, deadlier shot. But you can
Yeah,
also
the
just like go
sentry
rapid
aim.
fire.
I was also thinking, but I think I'm gonna do the sentry.
Okay.
So indeed, I'm gonna take 2 actions for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me have a quick. Where is the 2 hits? That's a plus 10. Then we'll make it a plus 11 then, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be an 18 to hit.
18 misses, I'm afraid.
I'm
a lot of
afraid
rubbish
so.
around these creatures is just like taking the actual arrow.
It does say reload 0, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna try to attack just one more time, just normally. Ooh, that's actually gonna do a lot better. That's 23 to hit.
23 hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
Oh. That's a D10. I believe that's
That's
this
with
one.
the penalty for attacking twice?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, that's 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
Oh no, wait.
That's 3.
No, I did something wrong. I was looking at a 1d10.
Yeah, but you roll
D8.
minimum damage, so you can keep it.
Well, let's just.
No,
let
I
Maxine
rolled
do
it. I rolled a different die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's actually 10 points of damage. No, I rolled a d10 because it said deadly 1d10.
Right. Yeah.
that-
No, that's
that's
for
weird.
something else. All right. So you stand there at the ready, Jack. Your beautiful red familiar with the small diving helmet. Do not forget. Sits there, and from it you cast this ray of frost, and you leave behind like this trail of snow and ice in the water that then slowly begins to rise up as the ray of frost completely hits the aquatic Otiok and begins to freeze it a little bit. The frostbite slowing it down, taking a couple of steps. The first arrow from your sentry misses, but the second one sinks into what should be like the front shoulder, but it only has like 1 leg up front because it only has 3 legs, so it's a little bit weird. But with that, the slow will actually come in very handy because right now the one that you hit is going to go ahead and have his turn. I do need both you and your sentry to also go ahead and make fortitude saving throws.
Even kijken. Let me have a look.
Almost 11. We're going back to
It's
Dutch
almost
already.
11. That's a
what did you-
17 for me.
17 fails, so you are not shielded, I'm afraid. You lose your last action.
My sentry, however, is probably shielded because my sentry has a. Let me have a quick look. Where is it? Fort. Yeah, it is. That's a 26.
20. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
So he is indeed not sickened. That is very nice. Okay. The Otiok is then going to go ahead and see what kind of mayhem it can bring to all of you. But it is slowed down, so it only has 10 feet movement speed right now. So it emerges, and now you can see like a large dog basically with 3 different tentacles protruding from its back, 3 legs protruding from the bottom, with just like the faceless, only teeth features of the maw in front as it begins to with another large fin on the back and 2 other ones as it is an aquatic variant, and with that it needs to go ahead and use, let's see here, 10 feet movement to get over here, but with that it still doesn't have enough range, so it actually needs to use another action because of you, Jack, to go ahead all the way over here. But with that, with its 10 feet reach, it then can go ahead and try to strike. Let's see who it will be. It's going to be you, Edge, for a total of that's going to be high. That's a 31 to hit.
That's a critical hit.
All right.
You're a tank, Edge. You can do it.
I can take it.
So you take 12 plus 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And let's see here. It doesn't have any actions left, so it wanted to grab you, but the tentacle just slides off of you as it does no longer have enough momentum because of the ray of frost from Jack to actually grab you by its tentacle. So you just take a little bit of damage, and that's all it can do right now because you guys are good. At which point, Buddy is going to take a look, and understanding that he needs to keep his mind at the ready for the eventual battle with the shepherd, he's just gonna go ahead and cast Telekinetic Blast.
I'm just so happy
Telekinetic
me and
Blast.
Crystal's portraits are like next to each other or above each other, so you know people can relate to our non-verbal interactions.
Alright, the bludgeoning. Alright, so that's going to be a miss, I'm afraid. So Buddy steps forward, staff at the ready, and as he gets his hand up, you can see that one of these pieces of rubbish just flows up, and with a flick of his staff, the projectile, which seemed to be some sort of piece of rock, is jetted towards one of the Otyuks. But as it goes towards it, the Otyuk's tentacle just slaps it out of mid-water without any problems. And that is all that Buddy can do after he casts Shield on himself and protects himself. As we go to Olam, after that we have Tarush.
Mid-water
Olam,
is a
what did
nice
you do?
correction.
I am going to do Reach Spell first, and then I'm going to use Chill Touch
Oh,
on the one that's in front of me.
the fucker right over there.
Yes, that one. So you have to make a fortitude saving throw.
I will do that. That is going to be a 15 on his side.
That is not enough. So yes, it is a living creature, right?
True, but not for long, I figure.
I really hope.
Excuse me. You also need to start off with a fortitude saving throw. Buddy also needs to make a fortitude saving throw.
Oh, and that
Buddy makes
guy
it.
that's with me as well.
Yeah.
Would be blue. Oh, 2 7s. Okay, I'm not sure. Fortitude for Olam. Whoa. 16.
Fail. You are weakened.
Fortitude for the guy is 14, so that's also a fail.
Both of you are sickened and slowed with it, as the miasma of filth that emanates from these creatures is invading your nostrils. So you only have 2 actions.
Then
You take
I
-1 on anything.
then I can't do Chill Touch anymore.
Alright, so what are you then going to do with your
Wait, can I like not do my thing then that I did before the reach?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can change that, of course.
My movement's also lower than usual, right?
Yep. If you don't have swim speed, then it's halved in the water.
Halved. Oh, then I can't reach. You know what? I'm still going to do Reach Spell for next time. And I'm going to make my buddy, but not buddy, shoot at him. So
you are only using 1 action for Reach Spell, and then basically you're gonna wait for your next turn.
No, Reach Spell's 2.
Oh, Reach Spell is 2 actions.
Oh no! No wait, Reach Spell's 1. Oh frick.
Oh.
Chill Touch was 2.
Chill Touch is 2, yeah.
But there's not anything else.
Not sure. I don't know if you have like other cantrips that actually have a range.
Yeah, I'm not going to use the Reach, but I'm going to do Daze, because I can use it with that. And now you have to make a Will saving throw.
A Will saving throw. Oof.
Yes.
That is a 3 on the die for a total of 13.
Well, it's not a crit fail.
Sorry.
But you are still dazed. Wait. So big was that a critic? Was it? Wait. Huh? Oh no, you have to critically fail.
Okay, so what happens now?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared because I wasn't prepared to having 3 turns. But that's it for Olam still.
I do believe that Daze does a couple of points of damage right now.
Alright, this is terrible. I'm so prepared usually, and now I'm just like, frick. Why are you doing this to me?
Daze.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The jolt deals mental damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay.
So... We've been playing this game for a while now.
Yeah, how are you this confused?
D6. I'm just having a hard time thinking.
What is your wisdom
She's working
modifier?
on her thesis, okay? Brainy no worky.
Everything is broken.
So Crystal,
Exactly.
what is Olam's wisdom modifier? That is the
Oh,
spellcasting
wisdom-
ability modifier.
Modifier is 2.
2. Alright, so then that means that the
You
guy just
get
takes
2
2 points of
damage.
damage.
No. Oracle uses charisma.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Wisdom
that's true.
modifier. Excuse me.
That
I got
is
you, fam.
4. Thanks.
4. Alright, so 4 points of damage. Alright, and then your archer boy has 2 actions.
Yeah, so
What are you
he's
gonna do?
going to shoot his head.
Twice.
Yes, shoot twice. But he is sick, so I can't do the sentry's aim.
Well, you can
first
do it
and then
once.
shoot right.
Good, and that's then the only thing that you do.
I just want to shoot twice.
Alright.
That works.
So
Which one?
The one that Olam was attacking. So the
Okay.
one in front of us.
Cowboy its ass. Come on.
That's 15, and I get to add something. That's 10, so 25.
25 hits.
Awesome. So that is D8. That's 3 plus 2. So 5.
5 points of damage. Alright. As
Then
one
that's-
of its harpoon like crossbow bolts jettons outward and enters the body of this creature.
The bad.
The next one is 9.
9 misses, I'm afraid.
Okay.
As he is also getting sickened, and the second bolt just goes wide and enters the wood of the table right over there. Alright, and with that we go to Tarush.
So Tarush looks over to Lyra, says, I hear what you're saying, but we need everyone alive. And he focuses, pulls apart these magical ruins that suddenly appear in front of him as, wow, that's pretty hot, Bouter.
Yeah.
That was really hot.
Yeah, I have the weirdest erection right now. But
By the
either
power
way,
of methadone.
so these ruins appear in front of his body, and he collapses them within his hand and then moves forward. So I use reach spell first, and then color spray on the 2 creatures in the bottom right.
Very nice. Just before they're going to have their turn.
Exactly.
Alright.
So they're gonna have to make a will save.
And what DC do they need to make
20.
on their will save? 20. Alright, one makes it with a 22, but the other one with a 19 fails.
All right, so the one that succeeds is dazzled for a round, so everything is concealed from it.
Oh, nice.
And the failure is stunned 1, blinded 1, and dazzled for 1 minute.
The failure.
Nice.
The
Alright, so
failure.
we will put
Yeah, it's like
let's
it's
see.
my parents all over again.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. So those are all your 3 actions, but you
Yeah.
still have a person at the ready who's going to shoot
Yeah.
some bolts.
My sentry, he's going to target the nearest creature.
Big
He's
one.
going to use his sentry's aim first. No, he's gonna make.
Both of you also need to make fortitude saves to see if you're sickened.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
First Tarush. Nice. That's a 22.
All right. You have saved, and you are now immune for the next hour to this this vicar stench.
Sweet.
So that's nice.
The sentry is 18.
18 fails, so it only has 2 actions.
Fair enough.
So
In
you
that
have to wait
case,
right over
he
there.
uses sentry's aim on the nearest monster.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm sorry, I have so many windows open because of everything I'm doing. Plus
takes a lot of
1, so
windows.
that is an 11. Oh, 26 total.
26 hits. Not a critical hit, but still a nice hit.
Oh, fair enough. All right, so that is a
D8. Plus
D8?
2. Yeah, D8 plus 2.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Thank you. 6 damage.
6 points of damage as another arrow hits it. As you guys are surrounding these creatures, the arrows fly. You can hear the different coughing sounds from you and your companions as Tarush eventually dazzles both of them. As they are, however, going to have their turn. So this little fucker right over there goes straight toward you, Crone. He is dazzled for this round, so let's see if that is going to fuck him up a little bit. Oh, he's going to stand right
It's
over
like
there.
a, what, a -2 on everything?
Dazzled means that you need to make the flat 5 check before you can actually hit.
Right, yeah.
So first, let's see if he can actually attack you. Both of the attacks will go through. So, oh wait, he's probably only going to do one attack then, because if this hits... Oh my god, that is a... Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, wait, that die is really hard to read. I thought it was a natural 20, but it was not. It was a 10, so that goes towards a 24 to hit against Crone.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alright, so you take a nice chunk of 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and the tentacle has grabbed. So with his last action, he is going to wrap the tentacle around you, and you are grabbed by this creature.
Mm-hmm. So that means I don't have a movement speed anymore.
Exactly. And I will give you this. The mouth now begins to open up, and you feel a little bit of tension in the tentacle going towards you.
Okay.
Alright, so that is what it does. The last fucker right over here is not only dazzled, but also stunned and blinded for this turn, correct? Tarush?
Oh, sorry, yeah. The other one is stunned one and blinded one.
Alright. Blinded doesn't really seem to do a lot to this creature that has no eyes, but the stunned does indeed do something. So it only has 2 actions, so what it does is it walks all the way up. Let's see here. He hasn't yet taken damage. He's just going to go to the closest problem, which is Crone or Ronan. So let's see over here. That's what is going to target Ronan for a total of only 17. 3 plus 14 on the die.
Let me check. His AC is probably higher than that. AC 20. So no, doesn't hit.
20? Do realize if he is holding his crossbow that he doesn't have his shield.
No, his shield is 22
Yeah.
if his shield is raised.
Yeah. Okay, super. Then all of the monsters are attacking the flank that you are now close to, Edge. As we go to your turn.
I'm gonna hit that motherfucker
All right.
with my electric blast.
All right. So this one, the one on the far left, the one
Yeah,
closest
the one
to
on
you,
the
is
outside.
the one that,
Make a Constitution check.
Oh yes, Constitution saving throw. Thank you.
Before I aim?
We call
Yes,
it
because-
fortitude in Pathfinder, you nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortitude, because it stinks in here.
Dude. Natural 20 for me for a total of 29.
Nice. You are fine. You have smelled worse in a couple of bars you've been through.
Absolutely. I am looking at the stats for my sentry plus 7. That's an 11 for Halmdir.
Helmdir. All right. So Helmdir misses with the first attack, but you are doing electricity, and he has more actions. So.
You mean the Helmdir is sickened, right?
It was the fort
Oh,
save.
sorry, fortitude. Sorry, excuse me.
So
Helmdir is
sickened.
sickened. Yes.
Yeah.
Mi scusi.
Okay. Now I'm going to attack with my lightning.
With your bzzzt.
With my bzzz. Yes. 27.
27 hits. Hell yeah.
Cool. I never use my magic. What's my damage again? It is a d6. 1. It's a total of 5 damage.
5 points of damage as some nice electricity jolts through the water and into the sickening beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for my second action, I'm just gonna try to hit it again.
Power!
Unlimited power.
Power!
Oh, yes. 14 to hit.
14 misses. The electricity does find the body, but its blubber seems to take most of the hit without actually damaging the insides.
And for my last action, I would like to take cover behind this table.
Yeah, the tentacle had just hit you. It didn't really get to the point that it could grab you, and now with your monkish dexterity, you get to the other side of the table to get out of reach.
Cool.
That's
Blubber
what
is-
a tank would do, Edge.
Blubber is a magical word.
Says Crowin. That's not what a tank would do!
All right, so with that, we go to your sentry.
He is going to use Sentry's Aim.
But you.
On the same one that I attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Focus fire.
20 plus. So I add the +1 circumstance bonus to that +10. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it has a -1 because he's sickened, so...
So it becomes a +10.
22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
8. 2. That's 3 damage.
3 points of damage. As
They're
this
all at once.
thick, blubber-filled creature is slowly but surely becoming a pincushion as different crossbow bolts from all sides begin to protrude its hide, but now they are slowly advancing while the rest of you are trying to fight it off. But as the first round of the initiative order ends, you once again can hear the entire temple that you are standing on rumble a second time as the shepherd is still doing its dark dealings wherever he may be. But that is where we end today's session.
These fucking
next-
sentries be like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you for 2 damage, 3 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, if they do that 10 times, it's 20 to 30 damage. Like,
10 points of damage from my sentry. It's you who is not rolling.
It's you!
Yeah.
It's you!
You guys are rolling,
It's
rolling
it's
pretty
all
shitty on
you.
damage, that is true.
That is fair. My masculinity has been affected by my rolls.
what masculinity, Charlie?
Fair enough.
Yeah, the toxic one! The toxic one!
I mean, at this point, I'm kind of thinking like we could kind of kill the whole city guard because they're just going to do like 2 or 3 damage, and you know, if we put Olam in front, she's going to be able to like tank that easily, you know.
Yep.
Just be like, oh, 4 damage. No,
I
negated.
am the tank.
Usually.
Yeah.
I will happily share tank status with
Yeah.
Olam and Olam alone.
Olam alone.
Olam alone.
Olam alone.
Olam alone.
Olam Olam.
En Olam alone spelled backwards is En Olam alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you know that Wouter
No,
spelled
it's not.
backwards is awesome? Yeah.
Suck it.
But you know what isn't awesome? The fact that the stream now is over, and that I am afraid to have to announce that next week we will not be streaming this beautiful Pathfinder campaign, because I will be dancing my ass off at Down the Rabbit Hole, a beautiful festival here in the Netherlands. So, over 2 weeks?
Over now. Bye!
In 2 weeks.
Is that like the right, or am I using the only the Dutch way of the?
We'll see you in,
In 2
yeah.
weeks.
I have a question though. When your
Speak.
ass is danced off,
Mm-hmm.
what happens to it?
It gets picked up by the next person that then goes dancing with my ass, and then it falls off again. It's like the communal dance ass.
Is it just for dancing or?
No, Johnny, no.
Charlie, no.
It has some secondary uses, but it is used mostly for dancing. Yes.
Oh, okay. Just
Stop being so thirsty, Charlie.
So
Thank you.
gross,
Next week-
Charlie.
Next
thank
week,
God
no
Abe and
stream, I'm
Vincent
afraid.
get me. They just get me, you know.
Next week, I'm afraid there won't be any stream because these bastards are too lazy to come up with an entire campaign while I am gone for 1 week. So we will have to miss you. But the week
one-shot.
after that, oh, you guys want to do a one shot?
I would happily
Don't
host one, but I don't know how to.
No, I'm going to my mom. She needs attention.
Oh shit! And over 2 weeks, with
In
the
2 weeks,
beautiful
Bowser.
added bonus of Marangara, we will also have a wild
Yeah.
magic search to start the next session.
Oh no!
So that's
Oh
gonna be
god!
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Also, I'm going to Crystal's mom. She needs attention.
Giggity.
Guys, the good news, if we roll Fireball, water's gonna cancel it, so we're fine.
I don't think that's how that works.
We already ended the session, so the Wild Magic Search will have to wait for our next time that we are on here. So you will just have to tune in once again and see how we blow up garbage beasts, and hopefully also tentacled fish monsters.
Yes.
And also Johnny.
And also Charlie.
Oh, you gonna blow
Who
me?
knows? But who knows?
Oh,
Groen still
my bad.
needs.
Say that. I just knew it. Oh
Groen
no.
also still needs something from the shepherd, so who knows how that will go? When a mind controlling fish has something to offer. So I'm very much looking forward to that, to the eventual boss battle with the
That's
big bad
gonna
evil guy.
suck.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be awesome. So hell yeah! Hope to see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy the last 45 minutes of your weekend. We love you. Good luck at work. Good luck with your studies. Good luck with your theses. Good luck with like doing laundry.
Wait.
And, like,
What's the
having a
plural
clean
of
house?
thesis?
Thesis?
VCI, yeah. PCs, yeah, this is a good
It's
one.
called depression.
But for now, goodbye.
As somebody who has already wrote one and is writing another one.
It's called depression. Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
We're
Bye.
sorry. Bye.
So